Good morning. Good morning. Once again, we are back. Savage Sports in the building, waiting for my panel to come up. You know how black people can never be on time. It doesn't fail. Every once in a while, we like to show up and act responsible every once in a while, but we always on that other time. So, I'll fill in until we get a couple people, obviously. I'm the host, so I'm about to start the show. We got some things to talk about. Did anybody see the Celtics? The Celtics, the Celtics, the Celtics. Woo-wee! The Celtics. Goodness gracious. We just got a member pop up. PPA popped up. We're going to start the show. We're going to get this going.
Ready or not, here I come. Where are you at? Oh! Listen, you don't even care anymore. Playing hide and seek and I make it.
Savage Sports, we got game. And now, your host, Steve.
Yes. Like I said, we back in the building and about to bring up Mr. Ant himself. What's going on, my guy?
What's good with you, champ? What's
How's
going
everything?
on, man?
Shit, living this best sports life. You know what we do. And,
Woo!
yeah, it's ugly things going on. Mr. PPA, Mr. PPA,
Uh-oh. Hey,
how
come.
was your morning?
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
That's,
Are you?
that's what's up. I don't know.
You,
I think I heard TD Jakes in his background.
I was watching the fight from last night.
Oh, woo.
Oh yeah. Woo.
Woo.
Listen. I just woo.
That boy bad, man.
Woo. I mean, listen, let's I was just fuck it. You know what? Because PPA is gonna have a long day. So
Nah,
so
don't start that. Don't start yet, man. Don't
we
get him
gonna we
yet.
gonna get what we're gonna do is we gonna give PPA the floor right now. I'm gonna ask PPA a question and I'm gonna shut the fuck up because his favorite shit is his boxing. So I'm gonna ask him a question. I'm gonna let him say what he want to say. Then you can chime in however you want to or whatever. But so after that win last night, Devin Haney looked good. He looked good last night. So who do you think be like the next Floyd Mayweather out of Haney, Javante Davis, Crawford Spence, or Shakur Stevenson?
That's what.
The next Floyd.
Closest to. And we're not really talking about skill level. Devin Haney kind of reminds us of Floyd, but you still got to be marketable. You still got to be a household name. You know what I mean? So who out of those guys, who do you think is our next Floyd, the closest to?
One of them like who's damn near unbeatable.
Tank. Robert Tank.
Huh?
I'm gonna ride with Tank.
Mm,
Ride with Tank.
it's not a bad choice.
If I had to go performance based, you gotta ride with Tank. Cause as good as Devin Haney looked yesterday, it wasn't as attractive as what Tank did last week in the Barclays Center.
What about those other guys? We don't think Earl Spence, Crawford, Shakur Stevenson are attractive guys.
What about Charlo?
Well,
He don't got no money. He like to steal.
Errol Spence is up there. I didn't say Earl. Well, you could say Earl to being that welterweight. Errol Spence is up there. He's up there. Him and Terrence. Well, at least we getting that fight though. We getting that fight.
You're gonna need it.
We getting it.
Boxing. At this point, boxing can't survive without that fight. We can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that. Can't keep putting off the fights that we want to see. Can't keep putting it off till they 40s and they 40s like we had to wait for Floyd and Manny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Nah, we got to get these guys at the top of their game.
That's what MMA brought to their sport that boxing doesn't bring to theirs. MMA, it no matter the record, you able to if you win 7 in a row and you now number 1 to fight the champion.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if your record is if you lost your first 7, you don't whoop ass the last 7 times and you climb yourself up the ladder. You could be 9 and 7 and get a championship fight. You know what I mean? Like the best is the best. The best fight's the best.
Right.
You know, kind of push you like in football in your division. You play the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You play who's there. So if you got the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals to deal with, you got to play them twice. They did. They did. But yeah. So watching that fight last night, Devin Haney did look really good. I don't know who his next opponent would be. Who do you think his next opponent should be?
Well, Devin Haney gonna leave that division.
He has to.
Yeah, he undisputed. And 9 times out of 10, when you become undisputed, you're supposed to move up technically.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to aim because if you looked at him at the weigh-in, he sucked. His face was pretty sucked in. He's having trouble making that weight. So it's about that time for him to go up to 140.
Mm-hmm.
And who's up there? And who's up there in that division that you think is as good fights for him?
Regis Prograis. Tank fights in that division. Tank Davis.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's Tank.
But Tank talking was staying at 135.
You think I don't know. No, I don't think that would be a fair fight, but it could be. Maybe like a Leo Santa Cruz, maybe at a different weight.
At 140, with Leo Santa Cruz, he's 130.
Well, say maybe he could come up though, because he do got room to eat a cheeseburger or two.
Yeah,
He got room. Leo Santa Cruz isn't short.
No, he's not.
So,
but Devin Haney, he put himself in high demand for big fights. They just not know. They're not the attraction that Tank is though. That's what it is.
That's because when you
These
go
guys
see
don't sell out arenas.
when you go see Tank, he's gonna get you.
Yeah,
He's gonna get you. Eventually, you could put on a nice, impressive fight and try to box. Eventually, he's gonna figure you out. He's gonna get inside and he's gonna take your head off. I
So
mean,
it's
he's like to me, Tank. And I hate to say this, I hope nobody don't take it the wrong way.
Say it. What I'm about to say.
He is our Mike Tyson.
Tyson.
Took
it right on
he's
the
our Mike Tyson. He's skilled,
Mhm.
and he's gonna knock you out. Don't try to take him the distance; it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna knock him out, and he just don't let nobody get close enough.
And the crazy part is he's getting better.
That's the scariest part.
Better.
But your boy Isaac Cruz took him the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The distance.
As I said, there's something that'll get through.
And his last fight was impressive. Isaac Cruz's last fight was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was.
I didn't see his last fight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he caught a knockout too.
But Devin Haney did have a nice chess match note yesterday. Nice chess match.
Yeah, he had to adjust a few times.
Yeah.
He had to adjust a few times last night.
That was a good display of boxing he put on. It was beautiful.
But yeah, for some reason, it looked like to me though, he wasn't letting that hand go as much as he should have. He was holding on.
Yeah, he was holding back a lot of his right hand shots.
I was like, yo, let it go.
He's
Let it
holding a lot
go.
of those back.
And he just, I don't know, but we'll see. I think boxing is getting to the point now where, like you said, like how MMA and how they doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they getting to the point where I don't care who you under. Y'all gonna get together in this ring, man. And y'all gonna do it when y'all supposed to do it. I think they getting it because the public is tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They tired of that, man. That's annoying. You gotta give us what we need to see.
It's not a household sport anymore.
Right. Like, yo, listen, man, we don't care nothing about your little sneaker deals or whatever deals you got. Nah, man. Nah, we gonna do it like how Sugar Ray Leonard and them did it. If you classified at the top, you're gonna fight the best.
Mm-hmm.
Until one of y'all show exactly who's the best.
Yeah. We need to get back to that, and you know what I mean. Like we're like it's competition. Somebody has to lose.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
everybody wants to be undefeated. Huh?
Every other sport got to do it.
So yeah. So what are you doing? Like I don't, and you know what it is too. I kind of think that Floyd changed the game. Canelo was following Floyd's footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but what the good thing was that Canelo took that loss.
Yeah, because he knew in order for him to really become anybody at that point, he had to try to go through Floyd to test his.
I'm talking about his last one, his last loss.
Oh, the last one. Oh yeah.
He took that last loss, which I think was kind of good for boxing, because now they get a rematch, and he's like, "Yo, I'll come down to your weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take all your belts down there."
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of good now that Canelo has a challenge.
Yeah, because they was putting him pound for pound number one.
Yeah. Yeah. So
which I never agreed with in the first place.
I mean, I didn't see where you couldn't. I mean, you got to think Canelo had almost 70 fights. Had one loss.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
He's been fighting for a while. So, like, see, you think it was like between 60 and 70 fights like he almost had. Like, and I think his record is like either 50, like crazy. Like, so even like his dude, he's been through it. He's been through it. And he's getting older too. He's getting older. What is Canelo's in his 30s now?
Right.
You know what I mean? So looking at these young dudes out here.
Been through what?
Canelo been through. He been through a lot of fights.
What you mean?
Canelo Alvarez has had a lot of fights in his career.
See, now that's the sport of boxing. Canelo, he got 70 fights.
His record is
And he started fighting tough opposition and fight what?
60. He's fought 60 fights, guy. 60 fights.
And he started fighting tough opposition since what? What fight you think? Fight 50?
Nah, well,
Yeah, that's what that was why
Fight 50?
that was gonna be my next thing was he's had the amount of fights, but how many of those fights were against favorable opponents?
quality fight.
It's like yo,
Yeah. I say since
you can't get number one pound for pound without going through the best of the best.
Well,
yeah.
he took over the Floyd Mayweather thing. He started fighting people that wasn't in their prime no more. Wait until they wear down and then go beat up on them and show some boxing skills.
Right.
Instead of getting into a dog fight like when Maidana did to him. Like even Sugar Shane in the early rounds. After he hit him with that good shot, he kind of gave him a lesson. But he ain't fighting a Sugar Shane that fought Oscar De La Hoya.
Nah. That Sugar Shane would have been a totally different animal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Good level. That's good level competition for him. That's good level competition. But it's been since that fight. He been fighting, top level because he fought Cotto, Trout, all these other fighters he done fought.
Look who's in the building.
And before 12 o'clock.
We on the boxing wave? Oh, we on the boxing wave, right? Oh, we on the
boxing wave right now.
Oh, we on the boxing wave. Oh, shout out my cousin Gerald McCullen Jr. Just got his boxing career started out in Chi-Town, 3-0 right now. Gerald McCullen, my uncle, yes, ex-heavyweight champ, used to spar with Mike Tyson and them. Know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much. Look him up, do your homework. Gerald McCullen, knock everybody out.
Okay, we'll look out for him. We'll see where he at.
Calm down, Jamal. He just 3-0.
Hey, yo, listen. He just started his career. He better than Tatum. He better than your boy Levine on the court too.
What's
You start that?
Here we go. And the gloves is coming off.
Nah, because I was just talking to a Laker fan the other day, and they honestly said, I don't want Zach LaVine bum ass on my team.
You lying.
No.
You lying.
They said they would rather go get Bradley Beal. They would rather go get try to get Dame.
Hold on. Dame. Hold those thoughts.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to that, but yeah.
It's coming. But
so you're on the boxing way. What we talking about?
We were talking about the Devin Haney fight last night.
Oh man.
Did you watch it?
I missed that joint right there, but I seen some highlights.
All right, yeah, he gave him the work. He
was supposed to. What you think was gonna happen? I didn't think nothing else.
Kambosos he's a tough opponent though.
Yeah, that's what I put it to you this way. I expected Devin Haney to get the win.
Tough.
I didn't expect it to be that clean though.
Yeah.
What? Well, in the sense of I expected him to win too, but he doesn't really go out there and make too many mistakes in his fights, dog. Like he doesn't make mistakes. He don't shoot and miss too much.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like
he don't shoot and miss. And so where somebody can counter back at him and hit him with something. He's real strategic about how he gets in close. And
he understands
the Floyd Mayweather strategy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He figured out what boxing, honestly. He figured out what boxing is. Hit without getting hit.
A sport.
Score the points. I don't care if I don't knock him out. Get my points, get my win, go home.
And that's why I used to hate people who say, "Oh,
they're scared to get into a fight."
Mayweather be dancing, but Mayweather didn't want to get hit. He wasn't dancing. He was able to. You couldn't hit him. It wasn't his fault. You couldn't hit him.
Right. Because I say all the time. I always say Mayweather took it as the sport that it is. Hit and don't get hit.
Right.
Everybody else went in there and was like, "Yo, you got to be able to take a hit." Blah 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 blah. He was like, "Yo, I need to take fewer hits."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he said, we could go 12. We could go 12.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. The name of the game. I'm not supposed to. No. You got to be able to take a hit. No. I'm not trying to get hit at all.
Oh, right, exactly.
What the hell are you talking about? Nah, man, that's not. This is the like you said, it's the sport. We're not in the street.
But the problem is with these old new fighters is that they're not Floyd. They can't get away with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta a lot of these other fighters gotta go in there and press the action.
Especially
And
being
take
that
risks.
Floyd,
You know what I'm saying?
with Floyd, he was knocking niggas out in the earlier part of his career. He'll put you on your ass.
Mhm.
So now, I mean, as he got older, it's like, nah, you know what? Let me just get these wins out of here, man.
I just watched the Floyd Mayweather fight this morning.
Uh-huh.
I just watched the new Floyd Mayweather fight overseas this morning.
Yeah.
He had a fight overseas.
Oh,
Fought a
yeah,
dude-
that was,
he fought this dude 19-0.
that was for the check.
Yeah.
It was he beat up on him. He beat up on him.
It was, but the thing that people used to always say, like, he danced, but yo, if he wanted to, he'd get in there and ding you around too. You know what I mean, if he wanted to, but he was more worried about moving out the way and then throwing, and then more his defense. He's more defensive fighter.
So you know who didn't move out the way? The Celtics didn't move out the way.
What?
The Celtics didn't move out the way.
Yo, what's
gotta keep your ass off.
I see your name up there today as Tatum and 7.
You see it?
I see your name up there as Tatum and 7.
That's what I'm going by.
All right. So how do y'all feel about that collapse in the fourth quarter by the Warriors on
Steve Kerr got out coached. That's the bottom line.
I wouldn't even say out coached. I said that honestly, when it comes down to Boston's defense, they can strap the Warriors up, dog.
But this is what I'm saying. Steve Kerr got out coached. Where he got lucky is in the beginning. They passed the ball and made adjustments. They couldn't find Steph Curry in the first quarter. They couldn't find him. That changed later on,
bro.
You know where I'm going, Steve. But y'all call him a genius.
Oh, wait, but that's not Draymond.
The blackest name in NBA history. Woo!
It's funny. So okay, we're gonna talk about Draymond. Draymond played this. Draymond numbers was the same.
Go to the whole Draymond, genius. Why you keep shooting jump shot, genius?
Don't equivocate with.
Was that happening in that ball game? Was that happening, or was I seeing things?
No, only thing Draymond could not buy. He couldn't pull his dick out and pee yesterday.
He don't score
the other day.
Score anyway.
Like he can't shoot
at
all.
The genius knew that.
But here's the
thing.
Genius knew that. A high IQ doesn't mean that you're a great shooter. A high IQ doesn't mean you know how to do everything under the sun in regards to playing basketball, in regards to thinking the game. And he still thinks the game.
Draymond just can't score, yo. That's all.
That's not his game. His game is not a shooter. He's a facilitator.
But as an NBA player, if you don't develop a little mid-range jumper or something, man.
I mean, that's the.
When you said, Ant, when Draymond got that ball, Draymond gonna make something happen, right, baby?
But
Draymond gonna make something happen.
If you watch the game,
what happened in the fourth quarter? Why ain't make it happen, baby?
So you're gonna So let me ask you this question. So you're gonna take the fourth quarter when I just said Steve Kerr got out coached, and you're gonna label that on Draymond. Where is Mr. MVP in the fourth quarter?
I'm going
MVP. Steph Curry with the shot in the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna blame Draymond tonight when they lose.
No, you want to blame Draymond.
And game one.
Get a point
game they lose is gonna be behind Like I told y'all misquoted me and y'all misrepresented my definition on what I felt a genius was on the basketball court.
The Warriors gonna lose tonight, you said?
Huh?
You said the Warriors gonna lose tonight?
Yes.
Oh man.
I'm changing my thought.
Liar!
You know what?
I'm
not even going to act. I'm not going to act surprised with that. I'm not going to act surprised with that, and I'm not going to say you're bugging. I'm not going to say you're bugging because, yo, the dangerous things that you can have when you go into the finals is a strong wing presence. Boston got 2 of them. The deciding factor in this series, I said, was going to be Jaylen Brown. We know what Jason Tatum is going to do. Jaylen Brown was aggressive as hell.
And they're both
Actually,
he
kept them in the game.
And they're two-way players. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both play defense.
Right, they got two-way wing players.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Jaylen Brown kept them in the game.
Since
and Derek White and Al Horford,
if Draymond wasn't
turning the Golden State Warriors.
If Draymond wasn't part blame, then y'all should be able to give me this. He got outplayed by Al Horford.
Oh, by all means.
Al Horford gave you that old school work.
Al Horford outplayed Giannis in those last couple of games against Milwaukee. So
yes, he did.
Al Horford played like he want to be a champion.
Yeah, he want to get his, man.
It's just that Draymond look like he got his already.
What it do?
Game 2.
Huh?
It looked like Draymond looked like he played like he got his already in game 1. Let's see game 2.
I know
he's gonna be a genius tonight.
I heard Clay say when we got up, we got comfortable because we used to that. Like Clay said that.
I got comfortable. I went to sleep.
Not real rap. I was getting ready to go.
I went to sleep.
Like Clay said out of his own, he said, yo, we got comfortable. We're used to that. The fans are used to that. And he said, next thing you know, we're looking up like
fix your mic.
We're only, up 3. Like then he said he looked up again, it was down 6. And he's like wow. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, but I give a lot of credit to that Boston defense for that comeback too.
That's where Steve Kerr got out coached.
Yo, but the thing
is, he
made no adjustments. He made no adjustments.
But you really can't adjust. You really can't adjust to Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum switching on everything.
Fix your, try to fix your it's scratchy. Kind of hard to understand.
No, you got Jamal. You got the. That's a hell of a point. That's a hell of a point.
And I only say that because as a player and a coach, still coaching, still playing, like when we play, some of these dudes that, they still knocking down crazy jumpers, 30-something years old, still like, yo, you got, as soon as he come off the screen, switch. Like my players, I tell them all the time, like they got 2 shooters on their team. Like if you can have the defensive presence, and then look at Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, their length, their athleticism also. Clay not gonna be able to do shit. Wait. Clay can't do nothing in this series. He's strapped up and he got to play defense.
What I seen, they got comfortable because they seen Jason Tatum come by a basket. Nobody saw Derek White coming.
True.
Nobody saw that motherfucking treasure trove face. And motherfucker just, he
stepped up. He stepped up though. You never know. It's the playoffs. Somebody got to step up, man.
I think he saw Greg Popovich on the sideline. Like,
there you go. Give him a shout out. There you go, Ed. Finally.
Yeah.
San Antonio and some Pop Blues in here. Damn.
And you gotta remember, you play for Pop. If you play for a coach like Pop, you're gonna always have that cool, calm collectiveness in you.
Yeah, like you always gonna be ready. I think he saved it for the finals. I think he had a nice little playoff run. It just hasn't been, as far as shooting is concerned, hasn't been great, but he's been effective in a lot of clutch moments.
Pop
like he'll hit a 3 or get a key steal. At some point of them wins or them runs, Derek White been there.
But players like that, San Antonio is always known for getting those sleeper type of players that they're not big names. They're just good basketball players on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now you put him on a team like Boston, he's just doing his job, bro. Tatum couldn't get a bucket. he did some other stuff on defense. So this dude decided, okay, I can do this. Like I'm just what I do.
He figured out how to be. He figured out how to be a basketball. Jason Tatum figured out how to be a basketball player instead of a scorer.
Exactly.
Steve, what we always say about Pop, he knows how to develop players.
Always.
He's the best coach that know how to develop players.
Always.
He's the only coach that knows how to develop.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
crazy.
fact. That's a fact.
Like a lot of coaches, they gotta have, the best player in order for them to succeed.
Right.
Pop don't.
Nah, he'll see the talent and he'll make you play in that system. It's like, yo, this is what I want from you, and this is what you're gonna do. Or you won't be here and you won't have a chance in this NBA if you can't get it from me.
and look who shows up.
What up, though?
What it
What up,
do?
Chad?
What it
Here we
do?
go.
What it
What up?
do?
What up,
Shit.
gentlemen? How y'all day going?
It's going good. How are
It
you
just
doing?
started.
Yeah,
You know, I was sitting there looking. I said, "Oh yeah, they on. Let's get to it." Before I start going on with y'all, I got one beef, bro. Why the face on the logo wild light skin? You not that light, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta add some toner to yourself. I said,
man.
"Oh shit, he."
Listen.
wanna be-
I'm gonna get my golf tan in, so I'll be good.
I said, "Yo, he want to be Mac Miller so bad." All right.
Yo, so like, I'm gonna need everybody's pick, and then I'm gonna get into a different question. So for tonight, being that number one, I got a small gripe with the NBA.
Yeah.
Why wasn't the game played last night?
Boston's up 2-0.
Because they need Sunday. They
That's
need Sundays. You
I
can't
don't-
take basketball off on Sunday.
Not in
When
the
there's no
championship.
NFL.
And you know
But
that
the next
TV
game is not
deal.
played till Wednesday.
But if you look at the TV deal, look who played yesterday. It was hockey last night.
Oh, the Rangers was last night.
Remember, they got the they helped out the NHL with that TV deal. They're never
That's
gonna
not the
play on the
Boston
same night.
Bruins.
Then it doesn't matter. Period. They're never gonna play on the same night.
I just don't like it. If it's every other day, it's every other day. Keep it moving
Nah,
every other day.
Not in the
cool with
finals.
Sunday night.
In the finals,
Wow, I don't need this stretched out. I don't need Sunday, Wednesday.
the finals always been like that though.
Yeah, it's
I
never
know,
been,
but
it's
I'm
never been
annoyed.
run the same way the regular playoffs are.
I'm just saying, I'm annoyed. That's all.
You'll
Let's
be all
hurry
right.
up and get it over with. Stop playing with my emotions all the time. Playing with my emotions. But anyway, Ant, who's your
Real
pick for
light skin
tonight?
right now.
Well,
Yep.
tonight I think Golden State wins tonight. Boston stole game one. They stole actually. Oh shit!
Therapeutic for me, though, to be honest with you.
I don't even know if they stole that shit. I don't even think they stole that. I don't even think I can use that.
Hold on.
I think they went took it.
Hold on. 1 second.
But I think I'm gonna go Golden State tonight.
All right. PPA.
I'm going with Boston.
All right.
He said that. Remember, he said that earlier.
He
Yeah,
did.
he
What
did.
do you think, Jamal?
No,
What do you think?
I was going to change. I just wanted to,
I seen it.
talk shit
I
to
seen
y'all,
it.
but I fuck it. I
seen
stick
it.
with the game plan.
Where we at, Jamal?
Golden State.
All right. DL.
Golden State plus 10.
All right. And I'm of the same mindset, Golden State. But
It's not even gonna be close.
I'm gonna do a small love it, hate it, or date it because we got a couple of those today.
That's crazy. They go up 2.
And then I'm gonna ask a question after that.
1-1.
So I got
Gotta be.
So we have a couple duos that been in this NBA for a while. And out of these three that I chose, we don't always want to choose the ones everybody's gonna say off top. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what we do. So out of these three, and I threw in a wrinkle. and the lover hated the dated.
You cheating already.
Some of the best duos.
Cheating already.
We going Steve Nash and Dirk.
How's the lady doing today?
We going Marbury and Garnett.
I'm almost tired from working.
Doing Gary Payton and Sean Kemp.
I'm almost tired.
And in my wrinkle, so you can X one out if you want to. You could take this, you could tie it in with somebody else. You do whatever you want to do with this. Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson.
What? Hey,
man. Hey, man. Hey, you talking about as far? They got the second best podcast.
Word.
No, they don't.
Oh, it's nice.
No, they don't. Wow. Who
got the
better
second
than
best?
We have lobsters.
All the smoke is better than them. Nah, I said second best.
He said second best.
You better go listen to the JJ Redick podcast and don't be disrespectful.
Nah,
I never heard it. Yeah.
I heard
They got a good one.
Yo, JJ got a good one, but Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson is the realest of the realest, yo.
Nah, I like they shit because they asked the question that I love. That question when they ask everybody who the first person bust your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, like that, you gotta ask that.
That's the realest of the real, because they asking real shit. They gave it one.
After that question though, the rest of their interviews be trash.
It's all real talk.
Yo, after that question, and you be laughing, you go to you find something else to watch. It ain't crazy over there. No disrespect.
Yeah,
But he's
but nah.
I never seen that.
So,
They try to
Get the JJ Redick shit, bro.
Who got something in the background?
I'll peep it up.
I'm pretty sure Stop and Shop.
Who listens to the TV?
And Shop right there.
I don't know who the hell going to
I
stop
got
it.
TV on.
You were
That's
like,
you?
man, I want some chicken now. I'm listening too. I don't know. No, that's not me.
Yeah, that's my aunt. Probably talk about what she cooking.
Oh, she making jerk chicken.
Oh,
What
like
she
that.
cooking, chicken?
Well, you in Jersey, right?
I ain't cooking shit.
You in Jersey, right?
But anyway.
Oh no, that was last week.
Oh.
That was last week I was on.
But who's your lover hated the data for those three?
I got you. Yeah. You already know. Love it. GP and Sean Kemp. It ain't even dated.
Word.
Nash and Dirk.
You gonna hate Marbury and Garnett?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
That's for the culture, son. What?
And I guess y'all ain't like Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles.
No. And you got hold on real quick. Them. Real quick though. Real quick. Because actually, as a young, listen, I was in high school. Like, remember, I was in high school when they got drafted. I was a Quentin Richardson guy.
Yeah,
Darius Miles, not so much. But Quentin Richardson, that was my guy.
I'm a Duke fan, so you already know me and Quentin Richardson. You know what I mean?
So, with that said, though, like y'all talking this for the culture. Look, Marbury left for the culture. It was too much selfish shit going on over there with them two. It looked good. They should have played together and had a way better run. But like, come on. Like, if we being honest, that's where being that you just gave off that list, I actually have it the same way.
Okay.
And the reason I got it the same way because Marbury and Garnett didn't materialize. They didn't give it a chance to materialize. Like, once that money came to play, it was like, oh, it was over. It was exciting to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Steve Nash and Dirk part, those is two MVPs. But they didn't figure it out together. I mean, they never went to no finals together. Steve Nash never even been to the finals. And then as far as Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, I mean, you already know what it is. From a point guard to a power forward, I don't think there's a better combo ever. PPA, you better not. I'm not playing with you, PPA.
Yeah,
Don't go there.
because we already know he was about to say. Jamar, go.
Yeah,
We're going to let PPA go last. Go ahead, Jamar. Who's your love hated and dated with those three?
And that's the thing. I gotta
Come on,
Oh
Jamal.
shit! Wait,
Give me
my bad, my
something.
bad, my
Give
bad.
me something.
I'm wrong.
Give me
Tony
something.
Parker and Tim
With the
Duncan.
Dirk and Steve.
Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. I'm sorry, Pete.
I'm mad Steve ain't even put that on the list.
I did
That's all right.
because hold
That's
on.
how much San
Hold on.
Antonio bias I get around here.
Hold on. I just made a case and said I don't want to do the exact best that everybody just gonna come up with immediately.
Yo, not for nothing,
That's
though.
not my goal. I'm not giving you ESPN first take. This ain't that.
And
This ain't that, bro.
real quick, though.
ESPN
Word,
first
that's
take
it.
don't even talk about my
That's
San
it.
Antonio
That's it. Yo,
Spurs.
listen.
So we'll do this shit.
Yo, PPA, hold on, though. Let's be real for a minute. I would never use Duncan and Tony Parker because they was both never at the height of their games at the same time. When Duncan was at the tippy top of his game, Tony Parker was wild young. He wasn't that guy. And by the time Tony Parker was that guy, it was his team. Duncan was damn near turning into a role player.
DL, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on.
What did I say that was
Hold
one
on.
fact?
Do not talk about my San Antonio Spurs on the air.
I don't know,
I'm gonna
David.
give y'all a second. after we get Jamar's to go at it in a minute.
Come on, go ahead, Jamal. That's the right DL.
Hold on, PPA. Let me get y'all love and hate today.
Yo, who is that?
I had to get over here. So yeah, like I said, I'm switching Dirk and Steve with Marbury and I can't hate Marbury and Garnett. Them was the dudes. Like, you know what I mean?
So you loving them?
Yo, them was my peoples back in the day. Don't front like you ain't had them N1s with the Marbury on the side.
I had 4 of them.
I didn't have those.
Yo, the blue ones was the hottest ones. But yeah, for real, man. And actually, like you said, Dirk and Steve, like you said, they didn't really, I mean, Dirk won his chip by himself. Steve won his MVP. I mean, on a different team. They didn't do none of that together.
Right.
So you going to hate Sean Kemp and Gary Payton?
No, I love them dudes. I told you, them was my dudes. I was at the Sean Kemp.
Okay.
I went to the Sean Kemp weed store when I was in Seattle not too long ago.
Okay. So you got the same order as them.
I just
He
switched.
just switched the.
I
he
just switched
switched
Dirk
the,
and Steve for
Steve
Marbury and you know what I mean?
Okay. So who you got, PPA? Who you want to love, hate, or date?
I'm gonna love
Danny Granger.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Keep your composure. Keep your composure.
Okay.
The therapist said to keep your
We had that
composure.
man smoking cigarettes last
Keep your
week.
composure. The therapist said to keep your composure. Keep your composure. Keep your composure. Okay. Because y'all been stressing me out the past 4 weeks. I'm gonna love Kevin Garnett and Stephen Marbury. I'm gonna date
Black Skip Bayless.
Dirk Nowitzki and Steve Nash. And I'm gonna hate Gary Payton and Sean Kemp ass.
Is it just because me and Ant picked them?
Nah, he be tripping, yo.
All right, hold on. Give me a reason why Gary Payton is not at least dated.
Because he ain't box office. Nobody came out, ain't nobody jumped through the turnstiles to see his dumb ass.
Sean Kemp wasn't box office?
Yeah.
Wait.
The original Lob City?
His dunks and Gary Payton's defense was tremendous. Gary Payton's defense and Sean Kemp's dunks was tremendous. But I'm talking about game and watching the game. and all of them ran the same pick and roll. And if you judge by that, those three, they come in last because Sean Kemp could not get his alley-oop all the fucking time, but Dirk could get his pick and pop. You get what I'm saying?
But out of the
Sean
three,
Kemp
hold on.
didn't develop himself as a shooter. KG and Dirk Nowitzki started out as good mid-range shooters from the top of their career.
Yo, bro.
Stephon Marbury and the KG show was a big goddamn show to watch within itself because of the point guard, power forward matchup that they was going up against on that west side.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. So 2-on-2, Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Marbury, Garnett. Who wins that game?
Marbury and Garnett.
Well, you do know that Matt
By Garnett being a better power forward opening day. Huh?
You do know Matt Maloney sent Stephon Marbury and KG home.
All right, Glenn. Thanks.
You do know that, right? That was Matt Maloney.
Okay. You see there? You see there? All right. And we do know Gary Payton and Sean Kemp blew a 3-0 lead to the Denver Nuggets and got swept 4 games straight.
No, they did.
That's that. They took the Seattle Supersonics out that year. The Mutombo year.
Okay.
Yo.
Don't forget that.
Though, right?
Let's not forget that.
Yo,
is that fact, Jamal? Is that fact, DL?
No,
did Mutombo and the Denver Nuggets win 4 straight against the Seattle Supersonics?
No.
Then who was that?
But they beat them, but they ain't win no 4 straight, bro.
Yes, they did, because they was up 3-0.
No, they wasn't.
They was up 3-0.
No, they
Nobody's
wasn't.
ever came back.
Oh my God.
Nobody's ever came back from 3-0.
Steve, look it up. They was up 3-0.
How was they up 3-0 when you only needed 3 wins to win the series?
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. It was game 5. My bad. It was 5 games. It was a 5-game series.
Yeah, they was
but
the first
still
number 8
up.
seed to be the number 1 seed. That's what happened.
Yeah,
they wasn't. Yeah, no, but it wasn't. No,
Seattle Supersonics. They blew a 2-0 lead.
No, they didn't. It was a good series, bro. And they lost.
But
so who did the Dikembe Mutombo Denver Nuggets team take out?
What does
that was isn't that
Hold
when
on.
he was laying on the floor with the ball in his hand?
Let me ask you. Hold on. Let's ask a question. Who's the only one out of those duos to go to the fucking championship game?
Sean Kemp and Gary Payton.
Yeah.
No, we talking about who was the best.
I know. And we talking love it. We talking love it, hate it, or date it. Don't misquote that for who's the best. And that's yours.
All right.
Love it, hate it, or date it is.
You know, I love. You talking about who I would love? I'm gonna love motherfucking Sean. I'm gonna love Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury.
Out of all 3 picks, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp is the only ones to reach a finals together.
See, y'all talking about who was the best. I'm talking about love it, hate it, or date it. That's the name of the show, right?
And
let's not stay away from that.
No, I get it.
And Gary Payton.
No, I get it. I wasn't questioning. So I wasn't questioning your picks.
3, it's gotta be.
Yeah, I wasn't questioning your opinion. I'm just looking at you like you crazy.
Because the only thing you can say that they went to a final, because they went to a final together and the other 2 didn't. That's the only thing you can say.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna base my picks off of what they did together, and it's a duo and everything.
Yeah, it's a duo. What did they accomplish?
All right. So since y'all going into technicalities, let's get it. Y'all going into technicalities about who was better.
No.
Why can't you?
Are you gonna go? Do you? If y'all want to go into those technicalities, I can go there too. That's what I'm saying.
1 second. At the end of the day, it is your opinion on who you like the best.
Right.
True.
It isn't nobody else's. But you can debate on who you like and why you like them. You know what I mean? It is that, but
I think
that is his choice. That is his
Steve
choice.
Nash. I don't even think you should have put Steve Nash with Dirk. You probably would have been better off putting Steve Nash with Amari.
Or even Steve Nash
Or
or Sean
Jason
Marion.
Kidd and
bro.
Dirk.
Sean
I would
Marion.
have preferred Jason Kidd
I
and
could have
Dirk.
did Jason Kidd and Mashburn. I could have did Jason Kidd and Jimmy Jackson. I could have did a whole bunch of shit. But I just told
That's
you.
what I was about to say. I think in those years where Dirk really started coming up was, I think Jason Kidd, was his point guard at that time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or you
Yes.
could have even went Dirk and Jason Terry for that.
I could have went the
lot.
first year. I could have went
Yeah.
Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady one year. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of shit I could have did, but
Yo, real talk. Hold on. Now that you bring up T, shout out to T Mac. Yo,
Brought up him. You brought him up.
Vince Carter, T Mac, right? That was a fire duo until you seen them in the playoffs and Vince ain't show up. That shit broke. Yo, Vince ain't show up and they lost to the Knicks. I
But
was
Vince was a
so
better net.
devastated.
Vince was a better net.
I was.
That's why McGrady was like, "Oh nah, I'm out.
He said, "Yo, you my cousin and I love you, but
I'm out of here."
Not of here.
It was straight to Houston.
Not of here. But whatever. That was good. That was good. But so the question I want to ask each one of y'all, and you know, this is all y'all opinion on how y'all see the game and what y'all did. Who was you guys' most influential player that got you amped up, or the person that you followed, or whatever? It's not who's the best influential player in the NBA. It's your personal player. Your personal player that you love to watch, that was influential to you, not to the world. You dig what I'm saying? Who was your personal one? You want to go first, Jamal?
A to the Izai.
All right. Why was he your
That
favorite?
he don't count.
Well, no.
He don't count. AI don't count. You say a player of a caliber that's not influential to the world. AI was influential to the world.
I said personal though. Personal.
Yeah, but you said
personal.
influential. AI was also influential.
That's his influence. Everybody, listen, you automatically go with Jordan, right? Everybody's at Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. Then it makes it too easy.
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I want to get at. It wasn't Jordan.
Too easy.
Go ahead. DL
He
said
could pick LeBron. He could pick LeBron. I could pick Mike. He could pick AI.
I'm not.
Did you play like Michael Jordan outside? Who? Go ahead, Jamal.
Did you play like Michael Jordan outside?
Go ahead.
PPA play like James Worthy outside.
Yo.
Go ahead, Jamal. AI.
Iverson was that dude growing up. Especially in my era. You grew up around, you know what I mean? Up north, down south, anywhere. Especially seeing him, you know what I mean? Like, shit was crazy, bro. Like, AI was that dude.
Why was he that dude for you?
I could say Penny too, because Penny was. I would say Penny, but I see AI a little more up close and personal. Know what I mean? When I lived down in Virginia, know what I mean, for a little while and shit, like that shit was crazy. Seeing him get buckets against my brother a few times, older brother. I'm like, man, listen, this is before Georgetown or that high school Iverson. Like shit was real, like real deals.
Okay. And DL, who was your influence?
Oh, it was GP and then it was T Mac. Period.
Okay.
Yo, a lot of people say T Mac. I'm like, yo, I'm a T Mac.
Is there any reason, or you just like the day game?
So with GP, it was 6'2", 6'3" point guard. He might have been a little bigger than that, but it was just his swag. Niggas talking shit, strap up. You see him with the head shake, and he got niggas off tilt. And I love the post up game. GP was the point guard with the post up game. Like he taking you, put his back to the basket. You can't do nothing with him. And then he had that sweet floater in the middle. And then I was just a T Mac fan. I was a T Mac fan in Toronto before he went to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
To a lot of people, Mac.
Yeah.
Mac was that. Woo.
Yo, bro, Mac was for me the beginning of the two guards and the small forwards to start going into the Scottie Pippen range to where they do everything except he can flat out score. He's gonna score on you.
I just can't let you do that like that though.
Like what?
You're not gonna overlook. You're not gonna overlook from Scottie. You're not gonna overlook Grant Hill like that.
He got injured after year 2, bro.
I don't care.
He got it like I'm not doing
You
that.
can't do
I'm not
that.
doing that.
You
Yo,
can't do
Grant
that.
Hill,
You're not going from
Grant
Scottie
Hill,
to
hold on,
T-Mac.
bro. Grant Hill played 4 years
Or Paul
and
Pierce.
then
Hold
disappeared.
on.
Who?
Yo, bro, shut
Or
up. with
Paul
Paul Pierce.
Pierce.
I'm
Bro,
not playing
yo,
with
just
you.
black
I'm not playing with you
now.
today. I'm not
Put
playing
the
with you
N-word
today,
thing over
PPA.
his screen.
Just saying.
I am not
I'll
playing
let
with you
you
today,
know.
PPA.
Championship.
So
No,
PPA,
I
who
ain't never heard
was your
nobody
guy?
say
Who
they
was your
want to play like
influential
Paul
guy?
Pierce.
Who?
Nobody wants to play like Paul Pierce.
I ain't
Nobody
never
even
heard
wants to
nobody
be.
say
Yo,
He fucking
Paul,
with y'all. He fucking with y'all.
Paul Pierce
He
is the
fucking with
worst
y'all.
shaped
Yeah.
NBA player ever.
PPA, who was your influential guy?
It was a gift. Cause
No. I ain't hear DL. Let DL finish. What you had to say about Paul Pierce? The
I think
champion.
Paul Pierce
No,
is
no,
Finals
we'll get
MVP.
into that afterwards.
What you had to
interrupted his
say?
point.
Who is your player, man?
You interrupted his point. So, but go ahead. So who's your guy?
Who else? This is the easiest question in the world.
Tim
All
Duncan.
right, so you had nobody else.
Oh, I can pick two.
You can pick whoever you want.
Tim is not good.
Pick whoever
Mike,
you want.
Mike, and LeBron James.
No, but son, you was
Easy.
already, that's what made you play basketball?
Mike did. You said the most influential.
To you, that made you want it, that inspired you to want to go outside and play basketball.
Mike.
All right, that's too easy. Go ahead. Ant, who's your guy?
Easy.
I
Yeah,
can
who's your
answer.
guy?
I can answer ants.
I know two of them. I know two of them.
Not off the rip. Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas, exactly.
Isaiah Thomas, but the thing about Isaiah was in regards to age-wise, when he retired in 93, I believe, something like that, 93, 94. At that time, I was just starting to get into my game like that. But for me, at that point, it was Penny Hardaway. It was Penny Hardaway. Like that. I watched that dude and then immediately picked my ball up and went outside. I had to try to recreate anything I seen him do. Pause. My bad. I can't pick the ball up.
Nah, that was crazy though. But I wasn't gonna say nothing.
But anyhow, like Penny Hardaway, man, 6'7" point guard. I knew I never was gonna be 6'7". I knew I wasn't gonna be 5'7". So I was like,
you
look,
knew you wasn't gonna be 5'5".
I was like, yo, let me try to emulate some of these moves. But I knew when I went outside, there's a lot of stuff that he did that I was gonna be able to do besides punch it on you.
Yeah,
So I could create anything he did. Like Penny was my guy. That was my guy.
Good one.
My dark horse always been Shaq, but you only gonna get one of them. You only gonna get one Shaq.
Oh man. Well, mine's was everybody has their whatever. But one of my guys I used to like watching, and they kind of came with a squad. Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is my guy. Fab Five, nigga. Nice Jalen Rose.
But we ain't gonna act like Dominique Wilkins wasn't the man when we was kids, though.
With Dominique Wilkins, I did like Dominique though, but you know, but I was all around then. I was Darryl Strawberry. I was Dominique Wilkins. I was everybody at that point. I was Walter Payton. But listen,
you just like people that like the
we
party.
never really go anywhere. We never really go anywhere without our shit on. You hear me? We never really go anywhere without our shit on. Big Blue motherfucker.
Take that shit off.
We do this shit all day long. We don't come out that house without our shit on. You hear me?
Yeah.
Listen, time out. I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
Don't do that.
I respect the Michigan Sox because I'm a Michigan, the Big Blue all day.
Here we go. They think we got something in
But
common.
don't show the Sox and then show the Giants hat. Like you're bugging.
Try.
Like, that's mad.
That's a super
oxymoron-ish.
contrast.
Hey,
Yeah,
Steve.
Like,
Steve,
yeah.
you said you like watching Jalen Rose.
I still like watching the Fab Five, and Jalen Rose was one of my
I'm
guys.
saying
I still like watching.
you watch their games, right? You watch what Jalen Rose was doing on the ball court.
Yes.
So why you never could never go left, and you never developed your left hand?
Because he was a lefty, I'm a righty. He's a lefty, I'm a righty.
That's terrible. Genius.
Hey, yo. we find out we gonna have to.
I'm getting all of you today. I'm getting all of you today. DL, you better watch out. You better sit there and be quiet, baby.
Yo, bro, you a fan of badly shaped players. What are you talking about?
I'm a fan of the sport. I'm a fan of the sport.
Paul Pierce is shaped like the Michelin Man, and you got the nerve to be hollering his name out here. Like, I can't stand you, bro.
Oh, we going there again? You want to go there again, DL? Want to go there again?
You pulling up a player that's not even top 15 all time at his position, and got the nerve to be
top
talking
75
shit.
though, and your boy did not make it. He ain't make the cut, baby.
we go all agree that it's people in that top 75 that shouldn't
We can all agree, but it didn't happen. It ain't go out to his favor. You know why? Because he's not no finals MVP. He did not win no championship. That's why.
Yo, bro, he also
happens every time, baby.
This era's original big three either.
But he's gonna make top 100. Him, Klay Thompson, everybody that you like gonna make top 100. Don't worry about it, baby.
You're right, I do like Klay, light skin gang. But
you already know.
Yo, this is what be killing me with people though. Like, oh, he got a finals MVP. Iguodala got a finals MVP that he don't deserve.
You see,
like, what are we really talking about?
What are we really talking about? What are you talking about? The man that hit the biggest shot and took away the biggest shot. How did that man don't deserve MVP?
Who took the biggest shot?
Andre Iguodala in that finals made the biggest shots in that finals, and he took away LeBron James' biggest shots in that finals.
No, LeBron.
Even though that's why he gave it to him.
Oh my God! Yeah, we're not doing.
You didn't look at the games.
We're not doing it.
You don't look at the games overall. You look at the games within your stats and your specifics on what you're looking at. But you don't look at what happens overall.
They was ready to give LeBron the MVP and they lost. Wasn't that the same year?
Yeah.
So how the hell?
No. They gave Iguodala the credit for defending LeBron James because he took away.
He defended him to almost get an MVP for losing.
You're not listening to me. He took away LeBron James' necessary shots. Those big fourth quarter shots LeBron James was supposed to be making, that's what Iguodala took away. And that's what he got credited for. Plus hitting big shots. Why do y'all not understand that? Why is that not credited? When y'all say Iguodala over Stephen Curry, Iguodala over LeBron James, y'all ain't saying that he took away LeBron's biggest shots, which is those fourth quarter shots when they matter the most. Do y'all not understand that?
You know what? I wasn't gonna do this. I was
the same thing Kawhi Leonard did to get Finals MVP. He didn't average more than LeBron James.
Hold on. Who got something to say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my ice in my cup, and I'm gonna do something.
And you a coach, Jamal. You should understand that. You should know that, Jamal. You're a coach.
What you got to say, Ant? Because I'm gonna move on. After this, I'm gonna move on to some of our favorite sports. We're gonna move on to football and do a love it, hated it, dated for football because we really don't get into football. So we're gonna start inching into it.
Go right into football. PPA's done.
my phone about to die. I'm gonna put it on the charger and come back to y'all.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
It said PPE.
Go to football.
Yo, his name is PPE. That's what we calling him from now on. It's over for this guy.
Y'all be.
Yeah,
I gotta make a case to make a case
with it though
every
today.
fucking week, Steve.
He came with it today. I like him today.
So
I did better, Ed. I did better.
I like it today.
All right, baby.
You
We
make
with it.
Nah, you know what's crazy? Some of the stuff, it ain't. It's not. The stuff you're saying today is not as far fetched as what you said other days. It's just that when we go and we start reminiscing about the other shit that you say the other day, and we bring it up on these, it's like, yo, man. But you wanted today. You ain't too bad, bro. I mean, I agree with you on a couple of points.
Yo, so we don't really, we haven't really talked about football, but we're getting closer to football season, my guy. We're getting closer to football season, so we got to add a little bit in here. Jamar, I'm gonna need you one of these weeks. We got to break down the Giants schedule, bro. We got to break it down. I'm gonna need you.
Yeah.
So y'all all Giants fans?
No. We got a Dallas fan.
Hell no.
So what we're gonna do
Hell no.
What we're gonna do is me and Jamar are gonna break down the Giants schedule. Then we're gonna break down y'all schedules, as well. All right. So, but I gotta love and hate it today that this came up in a conversation with somebody that I speak to a lot about sports. We're not gonna mention his name. He might be or might not be on the show. So my love and hate it today is the better football quarterback. And I got Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, or Josh Allen. And Jamar, I know you played some football in your day. I know you played some semi-pro and all of that. I would like to hear you first.
Oh,
Yo, Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna love Lamar Jackson. Date Josh
I ain't gotta
Allen.
speak now. Steve.
Josh, go
And
ahead.
Deshaun. We ain't seen Deshaun Watson play just because he ain't play. You know what I mean, so yeah, Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna hate him.
Okay. And you going Lamar, Josh Allen,
Lamar, and then Josh.
Okay. And
It's crazy and it's funny. I don't know how this happens so many times with Jamal, but I agree with his list. I agree from top to bottom.
Why we don't agree with PPE like that sometimes?
hold on.
Because he's gonna say he's not gonna talk about none of the three. He's gonna talk about Patrick Mahomes. Watch.
Oh man.
Or what's his name, man?
I got this. Listen, I already got this.
I
already got this. We good.
Lamar Jackson speaks for itself, man. MVP, box office. He really don't have too many holes in his game. Josh Allen. Yeah, I see you, P. Josh Allen. Honestly, Josh Allen. We only dating him because he's just not Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Other than that, Josh Allen is one of the top quarterbacks, period.
Okay.
And Deshaun Watson, I honestly don't believe I've seen enough of him.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen enough of him yet to put him in anything other than I don't want to hate him, but you gotta hate one.
Okay. So and before we get PPA's answer, this question was inspired by our conversation that we had. So PPA, what is your fucking love, hated, and dated?
Tony Romo.
Oh man.
But I only get to pick amongst the three.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. You know
Mark
what
Sanchez.
it is. You know what it is.
I got really, Mark. Really.
I know he better not talk about that quarterback out there.
No. I'm actually honored. Steve, you're wrong. You're wrong today, Steve.
I could be, but you know what? I got my opinion. I'll state my opinion in 1 second.
The panel, y'all agreed with me. Y'all agreed with me.
Oh, that was your three?
No. It wasn't my three.
I
We were
put it
talking
together
about. We were talking about
in spite of the situation.
the dude out there in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about his contract and what he's gonna ask for, and y'all agree with y'all love it, hated, or dated, that how good Lamar Jackson really is.
He's box office.
Thank you.
Get that money.
Thank you.
Okay.
He don't deserve it. He's basically.
Talk about the quarterback.
I was just saying, can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak? Host Steve, can I speak?
I got you. Go ahead.
I was explaining to him, and y'all too, y'all just proved it to me. Jamal and y'all just proved it to me. Now, I'm gonna take some time off. And now y'all have to answer Steve's additional questions because y'all made me right today. Okay. He's gonna ask for that money, like I told you, Steve. He's gonna ask for that kind of money. Aaron Rodgers,
Patrick Mahomes,
Josh Allen, all of them. He's gonna ask for that money. And he said specifically, I told him, I said, yo, Lamar Jackson got grounds. I was like, yo, you just seen Deshaun Watson just walk away with the X amount of guaranteed for his 5 years, and he ain't even fucking playing, and he coming off sexual assault cases.
Mm-hmm.
This is what his agent is gonna be sitting up saying. He went, but Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback. And I'm gonna let you continue it from there, Steve. Answer to the panel.
Okay. So in my opinion, in watching these guys, because not only do I have every NFL game, and not only do I have 6, 7, 8 multiple screens going at one time, and not only do I all at one time, I do all of this with multiple TVs and multiple screens going on my motherfucking in my living room every goddamn Sunday for the past about 7, 8 years. Okay, so my is a showroom of fucking football. Okay, it's a party every fucking week, whether anybody's there with me or not. So if I was to do my love it, hate it, or date it, I'm loving Deshaun Watson. And I'm taking out his cases. I'm taking the fact that he didn't play. OJ
killed some people, and he's still one of the top running backs to ever play. I mean, we ain't gonna talk about that.
So all I'm saying is Deshaun Watson to me, and if we're gonna talk about over Lamar Jackson, I'm taking him over Lamar Jackson because he's the better quarterback. He has better quarterback play. He has a better arm than Lamar Jackson, better accuracy, and better pocket presence. And he had no offensive line in Houston, and the shit that he was doing with absolutely no one was crazy.
Let me ask you a question, though.
Okay.
Who's more dangerous?
I think Deshaun Watson is.
No.
I do.
No. You do not go on. These offenses are not drawing up. These defenses are not drawing up extra security for Deshaun Watson.
Word.
They're not doing that. For Lamar Jackson, if a play break down, you're in trouble because you don't now.
So let's talk.
You don't know what this man going to do because he's going to do something.
Let's talk about what situation can you put Lamar Jackson on any team, or can you leave him where he's at? Because Deshaun Watson can go anywhere. Who's the only person who's really running a system around Lamar Jackson? What if somebody else asks Lamar Jackson to be more of a pocket quarterback? Deshaun Watson can scramble. Deshaun Watson can run. Deshaun Watson can throw anywhere on the field at any way. So you're talking about taking somebody out their comfort zone. Deshaun Watson is everybody's comfort zone. Right now, Josh Allen is everybody's comfort zone. You have to design a system around Lamar Jackson to let him be at his best. He is not a great thrower. He is not an accurate thrower.
You know why you can't say that? Because it hasn't happened yet. He hasn't been asked to do these things. His game has come out to say, yo, look, we're going to put the ball in. That's like when Cam Newton first came. It was
What
like,
do you
yo,
mean?
listen,
Hold on.
we're
Asked
going
to
to
do
give you the
what?
ball, and this is
Asked
what
to
we're
do
doing.
what? He hasn't been asked to do what?
He hasn't been asked to sit in the pocket and throw.
Yes, he has been.
By who?
By
That
the
team is
defense, by
designed.
the defense in the playoffs that's not letting him get to the edge. And he has to throw the ball to his receivers. And he's not winning playoff games.
Wait a minute.
Look
What do you
who-
mean?
but-
Wait
who
a
he's
minute.
playing every year.
The defense dictates your quarterback play.
You see
If
what
you're
I'm
a
saying?
running
So
quarterback,
what's the team that
if
beat
you're
him
a running
every?
quarterback and they don't let you run, you have to throw. His throwing is getting him nowhere.
Which team has been able to do that to him?
All of them.
No, one.
Who?
Jamal.
Kansas City. That's it.
Jamal.
Where's
What
he
you got
going
to
to
say
field?
about this? Where we at, Jamal?
Listen, I still think if when he has shown that when he needed to throw the ball, he can throw the ball. He can sit in the pocket and throw the ball. He just don't do it like everybody else does.
Because that's
So-
not who he
so-
is.
so-
But he can do it.
So
Exactly.
hold on. When you say that,
Like he
he
can sit in
doesn't
the
do
pocket.
it like everybody else does.
It's a different type of player. He different.
But he's a runner because he's more of a football player and an athlete.
Even at Louisville,
Am I right?
at Louisville and sometimes in the NFL, he showed he can sit in the pocket and throw the ball.
I know what I think. I think.
But can Deshaun Watson do it all?
He don't do it like Lamar.
Can Deshaun Watson do it all?
It's different, like Ant said, bro. Like you said, I play.
You're talking about entertainment.
Listen. Yo, I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
give you an
Is
example.
Aaron Rodgers? Hold on.
Wait.
Aaron Rodgers better than Tom Brady? Is Aaron Rodgers better than Tom Brady?
Is Aaron Rodgers
Is he
better
better?
than Tom Brady?
Is he better than Tom Brady?
In my opinion, no.
Why not?
Because if you match up their bodies of work, I've seen the same.
We're not. Hold on. You're going outside the spectrum here. Who's the better
You talking about
quarterback?
talent wise?
Who? Yes.
Oh, talent wise, Aaron Rodgers is better.
Yeah, talent wise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So when I'm saying this, is Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson the better quarterback?
Steve, you're playing in slow-mo.
Is Lamar Jackson or Deshaun Watson the better quarterback?
You're playing in slow-mo.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
No, I hear him clear. The Deshaun Watson, oh man. It's hard to say, bro. That's hard to say, but I'm still if I'm a GM right now, I'm taking Lamar Jackson.
You have to.
And I'm paying him.
Like he about to get his
You have
contract
to.
about to be crazy.
You have to. Right?
His
Do the
contract about to
situation.
be crazy.
But no,
Like
but
I was
really?
trying to tell him, I was
Really?
trying to tell him that, I said, yo, Lamar Jackson is gonna be asking for the next, because he's the next one up. He's gonna ask for the big paper.
So
He's like, no, he's
so
not
what I
the
said
best
was-
quarterback. I'm like, no, it's not about being the best quarterback. It's about being the next man up right now and what you mean to your team.
Okay, so
He
listen.
is
they don't
Aaron
pay him and he
Rodgers
goes
out
somewhere
there.
else.
And the thing is, my fault, Ant. He is Aaron Rodgers in Baltimore. He is Patty Mahomes in Baltimore. He is every
what I
top
said.
quarterback you name in Baltimore. So he's gonna ask for, and I'll use Deshaun Watson and his case as an example for him. When I was talking to Steve, I'm like,
But I
yo,
told you
this is
that.
what
I
this
told you
agent is gonna sit up there and say.
his situation allows him to get that money. All the big quarterbacks are signed. Anybody else that's not or a free agent coming up is not better than Lamar Jackson. So Baltimore has no choice to pay him because he's the best of the people who are gonna be free agents or that you can trade for. Everybody else is signed to long-term deals. Those are the best quarterbacks. It's Lamar Jackson's turn, and he's the only team that's going to keep him is Baltimore because he's the best one of the rest.
So what?
But
So
he's
you
not
think?
better than Deshaun Watson.
He's gonna get the money. He getting the money for what he done on
He's
the
not
field.
better than
That's
Josh
it.
Allen.
What do you mean he's not better than Deshaun Watson? They reached the first.
He's not a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson or
All right.
Josh
That's
Allen.
what- See, this is where the debate came, as y'all can see. The debate came. Where
If
did
you want to talk about the better quarterback out of the three, really the better quarterback, if you just don't look at the intangibles in regards to what their power, what their best strength is. If you just look at the position as a whole, really technically,
It's
Josh Allen is the best.
Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is the best out of
True.
the three when
Josh
you
Allen's the
talk
best
about
quarterback.
the quarterback as the position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But when Lamar
I
Jackson
did
Exactly.
outside of that,
But I did.
exactly?
But I
But that's
did
why I
say
say
best
Lamar
quarterback.
Jackson.
Lamar
I
Jackson
said-
could turn nothing into something.
But I did say
I
best
said,
quarterback.
I said Lamar Jackson and
Be back.
Deshaun Watson
Yo,
was
Glenn
a
came up with a great
toss up. I said they was a toss up because of the simple fact that they reached the same point in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody get to the divisional finals. You know what I'm saying?
Josh Allen went the furthest.
Yeah, Josh Allen went the furthest. So you could say Josh Allen, probably.
But if I'm taking a quarterback, if I'm taking a quarterback personally, and you giving me and you're putting in front of me Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, I'm taking Deshaun, and that's just my personal
If the keys in
opinion.
the car, you gotta bring my key. I'll come down. If the keys in
You
the car.
guys,
chose a good one.
you're
You
gonna
chose
take
a good one.
Lamar.
All right. But I'll just get enough.
Y'all taking Lamar, I'm taking Deshaun. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see who's quarterback. We'll see whose quarterback wins in the end.
No, not like that.
That's if Deshaun could play.
Yeah, to take my key.
I'm taking Deshaun over Lamar all day. I'm sorry. I watched him at quarterbacks. I think Deshaun Watson is the better quarterback.
What's the best ability?
Availability.
Yeah, right now. Don't go into the bullshit. I said talent. Say
No, I'm just saying. That's what you say all the time.
Stop going against
Flexibility.
the bullshit. Stop going against the
That's what
bullshit.
you said.
Because you know the
Right now,
question
he's
is.
right
You
now,
know what the
Deshaun
question
Watson
is.
caught a new case.
The
You
love
still
hate
think he's
the
the better
question
quarterback now?
is what? Who's the better quarterback?
You still think he's the quarterback now after a 1.5 year layoff?
He's still a better quarterback, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Okay. So he's coming back and he's going to be better than Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey, and guess what? And guess what? He gets to prove it 2 times a year because he plays for Cleveland and Baltimore. So he gets to prove it twice a year.
That's if
So
he gets.
we're gonna really see my point. Case in proven.
I'm
Who
just
the better
saying.
quarterback is.
That's if he gets to play.
When he gets to play.
Win. Yeah, that's win.
When.
Baltimore, give Lamar Jackson his money. Give him his money.
Only thing I'm gonna hate about that part is I hate this, and I hate this. Whenever the players get the money, you don't see that same hungry player that they was before they got that money.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, and
Sometimes.
that's the part I'm fearing about Lamar Jackson.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
I worry about injury. That's
Nah,
my
actually,
biggest thing,
that's the
injury.
thing. When they sign him to the contract, they might tell him not to run as much.
Yeah.
All right. So we
This
good.
might. But you know, it's a run-based offense that they run out there in Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? It's run-based.
And Lamar Jackson is a running back. Anyways,
Before I even got here, I go, he's gonna tell me now.
the consensus is light-skinned man loses this round. The light-skinned Steve loses this round 3-1. Lamar Jackson. And I can't win that debate, guys. I mean, you know, I tried. I put my opinion out there. It is what it is. But these guys are 3-1. You know, I got to take that L today. Other than
Yeah,
that,
I gotta have a shot.
you have a shot for
I
that.
got Jamal and I got Jamal and Ant to agree with me.
Did you see what I did? Did you see what I
on
did?
the airwaves.
Did you see
That's
what I
crazy.
Did you see what I did?
I'm taking a shot for that.
See what I did? I got you, PPA. You ain't gonna go undefeated forever, baby.
Yo, listen, it's psychological what he did. You don't even realize how he mastermind Greg Popovich. He just Phil Jackson Zen
Finally.
Because last week you was there talking about, yo, I didn't make the cut. That would be off the show. He just finessed the hell out of you. But it's worth it though, dude. It just goes to show every debate ain't meant for every debate ain't meant for you to lose, Chan.
Word. No, I got so we got some free agents getting back off of football. Like I said, we're gonna revisit football. We getting close to that season. We're gonna revisit that. We're gonna get into a bunch of bullshit, of course. But we got some free agents coming up in basketball. So instead of loving, hated, and dated, I'm gonna just call this segment some bullshit. Like it's just for kicks. I'm gonna say rehire or fire. Rehire or fire. So either you're gonna send them into the free agent pool, or you want to bring them back to that team. And I went with your man Aunt Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
I went with your man PPA Zach LaVine. We going with Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, DeAndre Ayton, and Jalen Brunson. So out of those, let's go Westbrook first. Would you rehire or fire Westbrook in his current situation? We'll go with Jamar. He's been quiet for a while. He's been quiet. Oh, did he hear me?
I don't know.
Oh, he's eating something too.
Yeah.
You heard, Ma?
I never thought that was a good fit in the first place, bro.
Yeah.
Like I never like the Brody gotta have the ball in his hands all the time. LeBron gotta have that was never a fit. Nah, he gotta go. They can't bring him back for that nonsense.
So you firing him?
He's fired.
All right. And as a Lakers fan, our resident Lakers fan.
I'll be honest with you. I never liked the fit. I never liked the fit in the beginning. I knew that was a recipe for disaster because, first of all, as hard as Russell Westbrook goes, he's not a winner. His game, he's not predicated on doing what the team needs in order for him to win. It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? You go to a team where they need you to shoot and you can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand of it, I would say I'm not going to don't let him go.
So was that so you just made a point saying that a team that needed you to shoot and you can't shoot. So do you think that was his fault or the team's fault?
No, it's the organization. It's the organization.
Okay.
But on the same token, my motto is work on it. If you know this is what you need, like Ben Simmons, right? Dude, you know, if you got, if you watch the clips, not just the highlights of showing his bad misses, any flow of any game, when the ball moved and it got to him, they just backed up. They ain't even contest. They just started boxing out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, man,
We just
when do you get in the gym and just work on that?
We just gonna let
I'm
him
saying,
shoot.
but I'm in the essence. I would say bring him back because you don't just let him go. You don't just let him go to free agency. You got to bring something back in for him.
Okay. So PPA, what do you think for Westbrook?
What do you mean?
Rehire or fire?
What we was talking about. The thing is, as much as I've been saying, everybody done said that Russell Westbrook and LeBron James wasn't a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
everybody else was saying it for LeBron James purposes and his needs and his wants, not knowing LeBron James is the one that asked for Russell Westbrook. I say Russell Westbrook being fired more so for his own purposes than LeBron James and him actually wanting to go home. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm at?
Yes.
So as far as so if I had to go by game, I ain't firing Russell Westbrook. As far as game, I'm coming back. I feel that Russell Westbrook is not gonna go down with a season that just transpired. I think that Russell Westbrook is gonna come back with a better game, possibly as a New York Knick. You know what I'm saying? I had to throw that one out there for Jamal.
Yeah, I already knew.
I had to throw a shout out there for Jamal.
I already knew who was getting ready to start
Nah,
shaking
we
their head.
good. We
And
all set.
resurrecting that franchise into where they need to be.
We all set.
No, you're not.
We'll need it.
No,
We'll
you're
need
not
him.
all set. Y'all need somebody of a Russell Westbrook's caliber. So I'm gonna say if the Lakers is smart and they had to take a gamble, I'll gamble on Russell Westbrook bouncing back next season.
No, me
I
and
wouldn't
Steve
give him up to the New York Knicks right now.
No, me and
Russell
Steve
Westbrook-
talked about the
Russell Westbrook
perfect
never
fit
could
for the
shoot.
Knicks earlier this week. Earlier this week, we talked about the perfect fit for the Knicks. Truth be told, a younger player who's pretty good, he has that New York swag attitude. Colin Sexton from Cleveland. The Darius Garland took over that show.
It's over.
Colin Sexton would be a nice fit for the Knicks.
For real.
Westbrook, of course, because he'll sell tickets.
More than
His
Russell
energy-
Westbrook.
He better than what they got at the point guard, but for that money and him pretty much changing the franchise into a show because everything is all eyes will be on Westbrook. Colin Sexton is the better fit.
Okay.
True.
You
So
sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure, Jamal, about that one?
And especially if you want to keep and if you want to stay young and good. Especially if you want to
What
stay
do you
young. and good.
mean, young and good?
Russell Westbrook is 30-something years old, son. Colin
They
Sexton-
gotta build. The Knicks gotta
Knicks
build
don't-
something.
the
They
Knicks-
don't need to keep bringing in. Whenever the Knicks get to a place where they can start rebuilding, they bring in some old person.
This is
They
the
bring in an
problem.
old player with a bad contract to
You
tear
see
the
what I'm
whole
saying?
organization up. And it
Now,
never
this
materialized.
is the problem in New York. This is the problem. How long is the Knicks going to be in a rebuilding situation? They were just in the playoffs 2 years ago. Now they didn't go to the playoffs. And then, come on, you need a player.
Because they're
You need
still
a- you need a-
building.
Let's
and
need a point
rebuilding.
guard.
You need
Every
a
time the
Knicks need
Knicks
a
go and they
sure-
start making a good run, they go get some older player thinking that that's going to be the fit to take them to the next level, and it
I
never
don't
works.
look at Russell Westbrook as that. Russell Westbrook is going to be that hustle player that New York need.
Why? You got
He
Julius
don't
Randle.
have to have it.
I just
He don't
I
have
know
to.
he'll be a good player there,
You got
but
Taj
that's
Gibson.
not what they need.
He don't have to have a jump shot there. That's what I mean.
Well, not. That's what they're missing.
He get the New York Knicks or the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, so if you get Russell Westbrook in the Knicks, you could just forget that RJ Barrett is even on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You could just forget about it. RJ's not a great shooter. So you need a player who's more a facilitator and hit open shots to pair with RJ Barrett.
He's not a great shooter, but he is a better shooter. Because his numbers has picked up shooting wise this year.
It's not good enough
If
to
you've
have
been
Russell
paying
Westbrook
attention, I'm
alongside
just
him.
saying, RJ Barrett became a better shooter this year. He was not no trash shooter this year.
Teaming them up. You're talking about teaming them up, though. It's not a good.
Exactly. Russell Westbrook distributes. Russell Westbrook brings hustle.
But you got to distribute it to somebody who can knock down an open shot consistently.
Oh my God.
Distribute it to somebody who can knock down an open shot consistently. So listen, so the consensus is with the Ant, he's a Laker, he's gonna bring him back. You're firing him, Jamar's firing him. We gotta get to the next person, which is Zach LaFucking-Veen, Chicago Bulls. I'm gonna take this one first, and I don't need to say shit. I'm firing that bitch. I'm exploring the trade for Zach LaVine right now. Like I said earlier in our shows, get him the fuck out.
Nope, he's staying.
I don't.
I
I need him going. Okay, I'm firing him. So
I'm firing him too.
There you go. There we go.
I'm firing him.
I'm not judging them off for one bad playoff and his very first one. I'm keeping them.
I get it. But the reason I said I never liked the fit with him and DeMar DeRozan either.
So why keep an old ass DeRozan?
Because DeRozan is
and not
still
keep
DeRozan.
Why not keep your young talent?
DeRozan was in the MVP conversation.
But he's not the future. But he's not the future.
And neither is LaVine.
Yes, he is.
How many games LaVine played this year?
Yes, he is. LaVine has shown growth in everything way before he became an all-star, Olympian, and everything else. LaVine has shown that. DeMar DeRozan just showed me, yes, you are amongst the top, you're among the top echelon of players that's playing right now. But you are not the future of no basketball team.
So if DeRozan left right now, if DeRozan left Chicago right now, Zach LaVine and the Bulls are going back. They're not even going to be a playing team.
There you go. You're good now.
Without DeRozan, that Chicago Bulls team is not even a playing team. I'm telling you that now.
True.
DeRozan was an excellent addition. My personal the best offseason pickup in the league. DeRozan to Chicago. Personally. He's still a good player. He's still a star player.
That's
exactly. No, we're not gonna go there. But I'm just saying, what he did for Chicago was good. Only thing I'm just saying, I'm thinking, always gonna think long term, and I'm gonna think my youth more than experience every time of the week when I think long term.
PPA, you just contradicted yourself, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you just took Westbrook over Colin Sexton, and you said you're talking long term.
No,
he's back.
No, no, because no, you trying. No, I know what you're trying to do.
Contradicted a point, though.
No. You're not gonna compare the Knicks team to the Chicago Bulls team.
You're talking about
the Chicago Bulls team is just coming up the playoff. Y'all say get rid of Zach LaVine. I say keep them together. As far as him and DeRozan, you're not gonna scare me off today.
No.
I say keep them together.
No.
Y'all say get rid of Zach LaVine.
Yes.
And get some old bullshit in there. No.
Yes.
I'm not gonna forget the all-star Zach LaVine was this year. I'm not gonna forget the Olympian Zach LaVine was this year. And steer off that for no old DeMar DeRozan. That's just fact. I can't do that.
The Bulls
but in the Knicks, if we talking about the Knicks and the Knicks having a point, and we talking about the Knicks and the Knicks having a point guard problem that they actually had, they needed a Russell Westbrook there.
Okay.
He's better than what they got.
That's what I meant.
You're the only one who don't agree on LaVine. So you lose this one, PPA, once again. So what about Kyrie Irving?
Oh man.
Woo!
Sheesh.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie might
be honest with you. Let me take the lead on that one.
I
might end up in Dallas.
Go yours.
Kyrie, I think they need to run it back. I
Play
want
full
to see.
season.
I want to see.
There you go.
Give him a season where he go from the jump. No motherfucking COVID, nothing. No, know what I mean? Give him a fair run from game one. Let's see what
Bless you.
Thank you.
quote unquote healthy Ben Simmons could do with that mix. I say run it back. Now, if they can't do it if this year is another bust year, then
Ben Simmons gonna
you
play?
gotta go.
So if you bring him back, do you give him a long-term extension or do you give him a 1-year contract?
Oh yeah, he's a free agent. That's right.
Yeah, this is a free agent thing. This is what
Now
I'm
this
saying.
is a different question. I'm not giving him that bag.
Kyrie's going.
I'm not giving him that bag. I like Kyrie. Kyrie is like for a
You
point
ain't giving him that money, Ant.
he was looking like I'm
You
gonna
ain't
be
giving
honest
him that money.
for a nice run. Kyrie was looking like the best point guard in the NBA for points of this year. But he's too flaky for that money. You don't know what you're gonna get out of Kyrie outside of when he's on the basketball court. But you have to think about when he's not on the floor what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So that contract, that max money, I'm just not comfortable in giving it to him.
All right, Jamal, what you think about Kyrie?
Yeah, I think they should re-sign him. Probably take a 2. They'll probably resign him to a 2-year deal. I mean, to run it back from the beginning.
But so you'll rehire him?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. PPA?
Of course, Kyrie Irving is a rehire on a max deal.
Okay. Whatever you say.
On a max deal.
You had to say a max deal, huh?
On a max deal.
You've been a
You
Kyrie
resign that
fan.
motherfucker.
You've been a Kyrie fan. The consensus is, the panel says, Kyrie Irving is getting hired.
He's gonna get that money.
James Harden.
Shit, this is gonna be difficult for me.
You should have said
This is gonna be difficult for me, and I know I'm gonna get into it with the both of you. Probably Ma, if he tuned back in. I already know I'm gonna get into it with y'all over James Harden shit.
So then you take the floor first.
Go ahead. So are you.
I think James Harden should receive the max contract from the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't think that there's any other player that could do what James Harden do on a consistent basis, regular season wise, to keep them in playoff contention. Not championship so much, unless they add pieces, because Philly got money to add pieces. But my flip side is giving him that max. I say, and I'm going out on a limb by saying it, Embiid has to go. I'm saying they need, if I had to get a perfect world, I think James Harden in Philly should be surrounded. His center should be a DeAndre Ayton type, not an Embiid type. For them moving forward. And as far I'm be talking James Harden. Be talking James Harden's sake and what works for James Harden.
Wait.
Embiid, I know Embiid is the team, but I know what works better with James Harden.
Hold on.
What works better with James Harden. Listen to me.
No, you want to know why? Because now Embiid was drafted there. James Harden was traded there, my G.
You're talking loyalty.
So you giving away, hold on. You giving away a fucking Embiid for James Harden?
Basketball.
What, 30-something-year-old James Harden?
This is the business of basketball, Steve.
You know what the business is? Embiid is going to be there for fucking the next 5-7 years. James Harden's about to retire. He's fat and over shape, and he has hamstring problems. He doesn't really fucking want to play basketball. You
What do you
really
mean?
gonna fucking take
But I
Embiid, the
still
heart of
feel-
Philly, away from fucking him for James Harden?
And also, and he has been to the biggest. He been to a bigger dance than Embiid has ever been into in his career. Is that fact? Accidentally, you up 3-1 against Golden State on accident. I give you that.
Wait. Haven't they
Only
been to
thing I'm
haven't
just
they been to the
telling
same
you
place?
is,
Haven't they been to the same place?
Wasn't
there a Kawhi Leonard shot away from the championship?
Yes, but that's one time.
So James Harden hasn't been to the chip yet.
Houston,
Well,
I'm
he did
just
with
saying,
OKC. He did with
Houston was in contention to
OKC.
challenge
But
Golden
as James
State.
Harden leading the team, he has not been in a championship.
Let's be honest.
James Harden's not the fucking player, son.
You give James Harden the max, but not the max that was projected for him. You give him the max that you feel because the team has the rights now by him playing bad this playoff. You could give him a max.
Why?
But you give him a max.
Embiid.
James Harden just earned the max at the Philadelphia 76ers expense more than his own. That's the only thing that just happened just now.
But why?
By him playing bad in the last game of the playoff.
Why?
Only thing I'm just saying is.
Answer me that question though. Answer me this question. Why are you switching Embiid out of Philly for a James Harden?
Because Embiid is not the type of center that suits what James Harden maximizes. You're not letting me finish. What maximizes James Harden? We talking James Harden. We're not talking about the Philadelphia 76ers.
You have to. You say Embiid.
He don't maximize James Harden.
So you giving James Harden the team?
Yes.
Why is my question? Why?
Because it's a God-driven league, not a big man-driven league.
So Embiid's not better than most of the.
He will last long with hamstring problems that Embiid will have with his back problems, his knee problems, his thigh problems, his calf problems. He will last longer than that.
You think?
Which means I'm just telling you the fact
James Harden's 30 years old, 30-something years old.
Embiid is younger.
Yeah.
And has missed more games than James Harden in the past 3 seasons. Is that fact? Just saying.
You wanna know what?
That's fact. Embiid, you schedule Embiid to miss games. You don't schedule James Harden to. Told you I came ready with good response. Told you I came ready. Saying.
And please, do what you please say something, please.
Let's just first let's clear. We're not gonna go into what I'm not gonna debate him right away. I'm just gonna say I'm firing James Harden. I'm not giving him the max. Not to say that the man isn't deserving because of James Harden is still a good player. I just don't think he's he should be maxed out by Philly. And because he's not who he was. Those days are far behind him. James Harden used to be a triple-double threat like Russell Westbrook. He's not that guy anymore. He's not getting to the free throw line like he was. He's way out of shape. So right now, this will probably be, if he is maxed out, which I think he will be, this should be his final payout. right now. Those days are behind him. Now, on your argument, Jesus Christ. Pay James Harden, get rid of Embiid? Are you shitting me? Embiid, do you know Embiid was the true MVP this year? You do know that, right?
I said it.
Okay. Embiid needs a point guard that's comparable to him, not the other way around. You don't build the team around James Harden no more. They tried that. They tried it in Houston. It didn't work. They played against the Golden State team, and they had the best center they had when they was making those runs was Capella.
Now, before you make your next statement, who's the general manager there?
It was Daryl Morey.
Who's Daryl Morey?
He's the general manager in Philly. But in order for that to work,
Who he loves.
Hold on, this is something we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not basing the argument off of just some random talk. I'm basing my argument off of what is there.
They need a coaching move. They would need D'Antoni too, not Doc Rivers, in order for it to work for James Harden.
You see what I'm saying?
So
this is why I say this is Doc Rivers' last year there.
So
if they don't win it, this is Doc Rivers' last year, and you know it.
You're not retooling.
He's gonna get
Sixers around James Harden, bro.
No, hell no. If they want to keep that team in Philly, they will never do that. You kidding me? They wouldn't even go to the games if they did some shit like that. Embiid, man.
Embiid is the hardest.
Just having Embiid on your team means that 99% of the nights you got a mismatch.
What?
Yeah.
With busted knees. With busted knees, a busted back. Really?
Still average.
Do we do that? Do Philly really do got an advantage with his busted knees?
He was the scoring leader of the league this year.
He averaged 30 and
13.
13, sorry.
My fucking God. You got to be kidding me.
All right, let me ask you a question. How many
30 and 11, 30 and 12, 30 and 13?
Man, that averaged 30 and 13.
Double and led the league in scoring.
Yes. Check the absences.
Okay,
check
but
the attendance. He took a terrible injury this season.
Who was the last?
That's not James Harden.
Who was the last thing to do what Embiid did?
Mind you, I did that.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I did that. I put up the games played and all of that shit when we did the MVP conversation because I said when Jokic was getting the MVP. So I put all that shit up. Their games are not far apart of who played the most games and all of that shit. It's not far apart, son.
Embiid got hurt at the
Embiid?
Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis.
All right, no. You disclude Giannis. Because Giannis is Giannis. Jokic and Embiid, the final two finalists. Look up that difference.
There was a 3-person race. It was Giannis, it was Embiid, and Jokic.
Yes, but Giannis you exclude out because he was not going to be part of the finalists. We knew that. It was between Jokic and Embiid. Look up the games played versus the games missed between them two. Not them three.
He played over 55 games this year.
But that's not the argument, though. The argument is James Harden.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened with him in Brooklyn? What happened?
Think about all right. What happened with him in Brooklyn? What happened with him in Brooklyn? Him and Kyrie Irving fell out.
Okay. Kyrie didn't play the first 40 games.
Well, if you're James Harden, you're not supposed to be mad at that?
No.
That's not like, all right, you're supposed to be like Kevin Durant and be like, oh, everything is going to be okay?
No.
He's playing while James Harden playing night after night after night.
Forget
Before
about
being
forget
traded.
about off court. Forget about off court. Talk
I'm
about on
talking
court.
on court. On
On
court,
court.
James played night after night after night. He don't cheat the fans. Don't forget that. That means a lot. That means a lot.
How he don't cheat the fans?
Because he's playing night after night after night.
Is James Harden the same player?
That's
he was in Houston?
why you think
James
people?
Harden the same player he was in Houston?
Oh my God!
Answer me that question.
Is James Harden the same James Harden in Houston that played for who?
As he is now.
No.
Okay. Now, with that being said,
I'm going by what happened this season. I'm not saying James Harden will not never be James Harden no more.
Hold on.
If that's where you're going to.
Hold on. What I'm gonna say is, in Houston, they put James Harden in the same class of scoring as a Michael Jordan a few years ago. One of the best scorers we have in this league offensively.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Is he that right now?
Oh, for one bad season?
Oh, I'm asking the question. Is he that right now?
One bad season, one bad playoff.
Is he that
Oh, for
right
one bad
now?
playoff? Yes, he is.
That right
If
now?
I have to judge off one bad playoff or one bad season, yes, he is. I still think another player that's gonna bounce back next year and do his thing.
James Harden is the same player he was.
Same player.
Offensively.
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey wasn't better than him this year.
In the playoffs, yes, he was.
So
in the playoffs, yes, he was.
So with that being said, where the fuck was James Harden at when he's supposed to be he's in mention with the greats as an offensive scorer?
Wait a minute.
Where was he at?
You're not gonna be able to sit here. You see, this was one of my. I should have mentioned him as one of my change the game players. What James Harden did. That's what nobody failed to realize. How James Harden changed the game.
Don't make me block you.
The way James Harden changed the game is the way how referees call the game. Is that fact? Don't pay attention to the referees. You watching the finals. You watching the finals. Ant watching the finals. And Jamal is watching the finals. Watch how referees call the game. They call the game different when James Harden is on the floor. That's how James Harden changed the game. Did the NBA guards get hip to it? Yes, they did. But what I did see with James Harden is that I know a good, great player is able to make adjustments. That's why y'all bash Russell Westbrook over one bad season and y'all ignore everything else that he did.
So did he make adjustments or did he just be trash? Or was he just trash?
Who? James Harden? In the playoffs this year? He was trash. But I'm not looking for trash moving forward, Steve. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to label a player as trash.
I'm here.
We're not seeing greatness out of him.
Hold on. What would you say, Aaron?
You want to label a player as trash and but fuck it, you ready to write them off. You ready to trade them, everything for one bad season or one bad playoff.
So you're gonna rehire James Harden. What was you saying, Ant?
No, I was saying like I'm listening to his points, but it's still not telling me where James Harden should be a supermax player.
I'm saying where James Harden should be a supermax player because there's nobody better.
That's a lot.
There's nobody better. What are you gonna give Embiid?
for a fit for Embiid.
You think,
It's a lot better.
so you banking on Tyrese Maxey making that next step to all-star stardom?
I'd give him I'd give him Chris Middleton at this point.
Let me ask you a question. Before they got James Harden and when Ben Simmons was sitting out, what were their record? What was their record?
They was doing good. I know Philly was doing good.
Embiid was the clear MVP.
Without Ben Simmons, Philly was doing good.
Embiid was the clear MVP at that point. Clear. There was
Until
no
what
debate
happened?
about MVP at all at that point of the year.
Until what happened, Ant?
Until they got James Harden.
No. Until Embiid got hurt.
No. They got James
Embiid
Harden.
had got hurt before James Harden even got there.
Look at his numbers after the All-Star break.
Oh, my God.
Look at his numbers after the All-Star break.
Coming off injury. Don't forget that. Coming off injury.
There's a difference between being hurt and injured, bro. He had to take
No, there's a difference between playing coming off injury and playing while you're hot. There's a difference between that too.
Embiid had to figure out a whole different way to play with somebody who just dribbles the ball off.
Oh, he been busting that since opening day. But you see, when his injury came, he had to regress himself back into MVP form.
The ball went through Embiid. Now the ball is in Harden's hands.
Oh my God.
The team was Embiid and go. Now it's James Harden trying to fit in to what Embiid is doing, and he's just controlling the rock like he always do, and he's taking Embiid out of the plays that normally would be running through Embiid. But
Did you see that game against Boston?
Gosh.
You watch how James Harden played, and he took just 2 shots in the second half of that ball game. Did you say that? Did you see that game?
I got another player because you're gonna rehire him.
Yeah, I rehire Harden. No better out there.
So I got an off player. Well, he's not really off, but he did do his thing in the playoffs. Jalen Brunson, free agent. What do the Dallas Mavericks do? I'm gonna go. Ant, what you think?
With Jalen Brunson, I'm paying him. I'm hiring him. I think he's proved it. He proved that he earns his money. But only thing about it is that I see is they still need more. He's not a number 2 guy. I don't think he's a number 2 to Luka. So that's the only difference is if they're going to have money to do something else or assets to do something else in regards to bringing another piece to that team because they need something else clearly. But Jalen Brunson deserves his money.
Okay, so you bringing him back?
Yeah.
Okay, and if I'm an owner or a GM, I'm bringing him back too. But I'm gonna go on an offensive a little bit. I'm pretty sure right now. I'm gonna send him into free agency. If I'm Jalen Brunson, I'm going into free agency. Number one, we talked about Colin Sexton being a good fit for the Knicks. I think Jalen Brunson will be an awesome fit for the Knicks.
I think he'll be perfect.
Oh shit! Your best point that you made all morning long.
Yeah, you're lying, but keep going. Oh, you're lying. I like that. I'm the host. I'm a question asker. But
Steve, but do you agree that Jalen Brunson is better than what New York got?
Yes, definitely.
At the point guard position.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. But like I would, if I'm him, I'm saying if I'm a GM, I'm gonna say rehire. Yes.
This is Savage Sports, where I could tell y'all PPA after that Embiid that you was talking. I had to take a shit. It made my stomach move. And I had to take a shit just now because, like, I was good until you said that.
You banking on the weak knees and the bad back.
I thought I just had to pee, but when you said that shit, I'm like,
just saying. You banking on the weak knees and the bad back.
PPA. Listen. Hold on. So you're trying to tell me we're basing a 30 and 11 plus rebound guy 4 to 5 assists a game, 34% from the 3-point line, center at 7'2". Hold on. You're talking about 30 points a game, bro, and a double-double. You're saying we're basing this on bad knees and back?
And who's coming in?
What bad knees? Hold on. If he got bad knees and back and he averaged 30, was the league's leading scorer and was a double-double, you're talking about what if he's healthy? What is he going to have, 45 and 15 or 20?
Don't over-exaggerate Joel Embiid.
I'm just saying. You said bad knees and back. He averaged 30 and 11 plus rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, and shot 30-something% from the 3-point line as a 7'2" center. And you're trying to tell me he has bad knees and a bad back. But if he's healthy, who's he going to be?
Steve, what Jokic just won?
No, who's Joel Embiid going to be healthy if he has bad knees and a bad back and he's averaging that right now?
What Jokic just win? Jokic just win MVP, right?
You didn't answer my question.
Jokic just won MVP. Yes, I am answering it.
A healthy
just won MVP, right?
A healthy person who didn't average 30.
Well, he didn't. But he's what? He's the first to make what, 5,000 this and 5,000 that. What do you call that?
5,000.
What'd you say? 10,000 assists and X amount of points and X amount of assists.
One season he was like 500, 1,000, and 1,000, some shit like that.
You see what I'm saying? That don't come if Jokic missed the amount of games that Embiid made.
If Michael Porter
Embiid hit MVP with flying color.
If Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. is on that squad, does he have those stats?
He was getting them before that, right?
Answer the question. Does he get those same stats this year? If a Jamal Murray's on that team, if Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.
Yes, he did. He get those same numbers because of the position that he played. Embiid is not the facilitator of the squad. Jokic is.
He's the whole squad.
You get what I'm saying? Jokic is the facilitator of the offense. He is that.
Number one, how do we get back to that? I said Jalen Brunson.
And Jalen Brunson, if I'm Jalen Brunson, I want out of Dallas. I feel that I can start. Especially for that Phoenix team that had a terrible Chris Paul. I feel I can start by busting Chris Paul ass in the playoffs. See, you don't look at the overall and what be happening when it matters the most. That's why I always improvise on playoff success. Y'all ain't see how Jalen Brunson started busting Chris Paul ass when they played Dallas.
Chris Paul's 37.
And how Chris Paul folded those last couple of games. What we call 08.
That's what y'all call it, 08.
Say what you gotta say, Ant. I see you holding your shit. Say what you gotta say.
Yeah, he was cool until he said that Chris Paul shit.
Again.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson deserves this money. He can't get maxed out by any other team. Dallas is it for him. It's just
Phoenix. I'm going after him.
He deserves his money. But I mean, if I was him too, like you said, as an organization, I'm not firing him. But if I'm Jalen Brunson myself, I would test the waters and see whichever franchise you may be able to go to and which situation might just give you that boost and taking that next step to build on what you have, because you're never going to be the man in Dallas. That's not happening. Like, no. Luka's
he's different.
12 years old.
He's different.
That's it. You're not getting it over him. But like if you said if he could go to maybe a Knicks team where he could be a difference maker right away, I would test that. I would test that if I was Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
But as a GM, I would be like, nah, I'm paying you.
Yeah.
I'm paying you. Hell no. He's totally worth it. But they would have to. They got to test the market too. They need more. And they, somebody hit me the other day and was talking about, when Tim Hardaway come back, I said, Tim Hardaway. If y'all banking y'all success on this motherfucker, y'all ain't trying to win.
Yeah.
And a little bit.
I can't even
my heart hurts just a little bit, but it's true. But it's
I
true.
can't even make a case for him.
It's true.
So
my heart hurts just a little bit.
They need to get out there and find.
So I got somebody
Maybe
for
they
Dallas
need
to go
DeAndre.
after. I have somebody for Dallas to go after, and you could probably do a trade if you want to. He's also a free agent. Bradley Beal.
That's something Luka need probably.
But do you rehire
That will
or
help
fire?
Luka. That will help Luka tremendously.
Do you rehire or fire?
Washington or
Washington? Do you rehire or fire? Like you, that's what I'm saying. We're speaking on us, what we would do as GMs and shit like that. Right now, you're Washington. You got Bradley Beal. What do you want to do? Do you want to start over and rebuild, or you want to let Bradley Beal go? You want to let him go?
Me personally, and if I'm Washington, you don't have anything else. Know what I mean? So you're already rebuilding. I would do a sign and trade.
Yes.
I just can't let him walk. I would sit there and discuss that with Bradley Beal. Like, yo, is there a team that you might be interested in going to where you can help them? And then we could see if they got pieces that we could bring over. You sign with us, but we'll trade you.
Portland.
Know what I mean? That's the part where, give that man, because he has been your franchise for the last couple of years. Give him the opportunity to at least see where he might want to go. But it's time for him to go.
Zach LaVine. Sign and trade. Sign and trade. I want Bradley Beal.
Hey, I mean,
who's
their point guard in Washington?
That's the thing with those lower market teams.
Honestly, if you look at Chicago,
they one of the big market teams.
For LaVine and what's the other point guard that they had before they got Lonzo? Kobe White.
Yeah, Kobe White. Yeah.
And the draft pick, I think, would be a nice switch.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a nice switch for both teams.
Oh my God!
LaVine could go back to being whatever.
All-Star mother. No, let me guess. Bradley Beal was in at the All-Star game we seen just recently, right?
Huh?
I'm assuming Bradley Beal was at the last All-Star game we just seen, right?
Wait, don't tell me you're about to argue that LaVine is better than Bradley, because I'll never.
Damn right I am. Let me guess. Bradley Beal was the last Olympian that we just seen, right? That I'm assuming. That's what we seen,
bro.
Bradley Beal is not better than Zach LaVine.
Kidding me?
Bradley Beal's not better than Zach LaVine.
Huh?
LaVine is better than Bradley Beal?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That's gracious.
Put your fucking phone back on, Ant. Yes, he is. You fucking kidding me?
Yo, when
the NBA league and all leagues put together is what have you done for me lately? Bradley Beal just got paid. He did what he did. He's nice. He's everything. But shit, these past 2 seasons, he wasn't no goddamn Zach LaVine. He was not. And he was an MVP, and he possibly was an MVP candidate last season over.
Who?
And he did what Zach LaVine did.
wasn't even close in the MVP race.
Zach LaVine wasn't.
No.
Bradley Beal was.
So
Bradley Beal was.
So what are you talking about?
They both didn't go nowhere. That's what I'm talking about.
Man, I'm using this shit as a
And this
mirror
year,
right now. I don't even
if I got to go by, what have you done for me lately? Zach LaVine was the better player than Bradley Beal. He was healthier. He was an all-star. And he was just an Olympian. Come on now.
There's only one thing I ever choose Zach LaVine over him for, and that's Saturday night All-Star Weekend.
This is for the dunk contest. That's it.
All right. Well, the world thought that he was the better. Well, the world thought that he was the better
Or
two
I would
guard
say
this year.
if we
By
was in
him
the
going
car,
to the All-Star game and Bradley Beal not.
if we was in a car and I'm in the back seat
You making me
and we
drink
get
a whole
pulled over
lot.
by the cops, I would hope that Zach LaVine is the driver and not Bradley Beal.
But if we go by what have you done for me lately, you would want the
Bradley Beal.
opposite.
Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's what have you done for me lately is still better than Zach LaVine.
All right. What Bradley Beal done for you lately? Both of
Bradley
them.
Beal.
Answer.
You want to look at the numbers?
Yes.
Excuse
And
me,
look at
sir.
the games missed.
Mr. Moderator, please put their numbers on the screen.
Yes. And look at the games missed.
I will
And put up the games missed.
I will get
also.
that for us. I will get that for us right now. I will get that for us.
My brother, there's no way on God's green earth. Zach LaVine over Bradley. See, this is where I knew this conversation. I knew at some point of today we was gonna go back to our normal style. I was rooting for you all day. I was with you. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm listening clearly. I'm understanding your takes. I'm understanding how questions are asked instead of just straight just jumping at you. I'm like, nah, let me understand how he's listening to some of the questions and how they're being asked in regards to his opinion on these questions. But now, my friend, you've gone over the deep end. And I can't back you up on this one. I can back you up on this one. Zach LaVine is not even the best player on his own team.
Who got a DeMar DeRozan on the Wizards?
No, it doesn't matter.
It do matter.
If Bradley Beal goes to the
Because
Chicago
before
Bulls
DeMar DeRozan got there, who was the best player on the team?
Bradley Beal goes to Chicago Bulls with DeMar DeRozan, I'm not going to say that Bradley Beal is
DeMar
better.
DeRozan's still going to be the better player than Bradley Beal.
What I will say is it'll be 1A and 1B, not number 1 and number 3. I bet you that. Because with the way it's constructed now, Zach LaVine is not even the second best player on that team.
Okay, so
here we go. Here we go. You done went there, Ant. You done went there, Ant.
Are you
my
saying he's better than
Olympian
Vucevic too?
And my All-Star is not nothing but a third stringer on the team.
And let me tell you, why did he make the All-Star team? Why?
What you mean? Why did he make the All-Star team? Look at his numbers. Look at his numbers.
DeMar DeRozan.
So do we want to do all around season to season, or do we want to do
what have you done for me lately?
Let's just do last year.
Last season, LaVine was the better player due to games played.
Due to games played. How many
All-Star appearance and the Olympian is some number 4.
Hold on. Zach LaVine played 67 games. Bradley Beal played 40.
Okay.
What
did the numbers say?
Bradley Beal plays 36 minutes to LaVine's 34. So when we get to assists, obviously games played, it was 303 to 265. 27 games. 27.
That's crap. I already knew Zach won on the what have you done for me lately, Steve.
Hold on. Let me run off the numbers. Matter of fact, when I run up the numbers, we're gonna see it so you understand. I'm showing you what I'm telling you. Like, So we're gonna break it down that way. So here's the numbers. And it is steals, assists, that we have assists and points right now, 920, whatever. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see it. But you're
Okay.
basing everything off of
listen. You asked me, hold on. We asked for the stats for this season. This is what
Bradley Beal playing X amount of games and Zach LaVine.
My
Zach
God.
LaVine, no, that's why
Can we
I
look at the
said
stats
what
first?
have you done for me lately?
Can
Because I know
we
Zach
look at-
LaVine numbers is gonna be better.
Can we look at the stats right now? Let's look at the stats. So you asked for this. This is what you're getting. Assists, 303 to 265. Steals, 41 to 36. Blocks, 23 to 15. Rebounds, 308 to 189. Field goals made, 565, 348. Zach LaVine's favor.
I know that, Steve.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm saying.
here's where it gets interesting. Points per game, 23.2 to 24.4. Assists per game, 6.6 to 4.5. Rebounds, 4.7 to 4.6. Blocks, 0.4 to 0.3. Steals per game, still Bradley Beal's favor. Field goal percentage, Zach. Free throws, Zach. 3-point percentage by 8% was Zach.
No, he missed. Bradley Beal missed a lot of games, Steve.
Okay,
I know that.
All right. So with that being said, if Zach LaVine, if Bradley Beal was to play the extra 27 games, do we not think Bradley Beal was not the better player at this point? Being that those stats almost match up?
No.
Why
I
not?
gotta include because I gotta include Chicago, the system that's in play, what's needed out of a player, and all of that stuff.
Was Washington in the playoffs? Was Washington a playing team?
Oh my God.
Was Washington a playing team?
The Bulls was not.
Was Washington a playing team?
The Bulls was not.
Was Washington a playing team?
I don't know, but the Bulls was not.
I don't even think Washington was in the play-in.
This year?
This is what I'm saying.
Was they in the play-in?
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another thing I could put Zach LaVine over Bradley Beal.
So if Bradley Beal
Another
plays
thing.
if Bradley Beal plays those 27 games,
there.
Bradley Beal plays those 27
Bradley
games.
Beal did not have a DeMar DeRozan on his squad, Steve. That's
If
what I'm
Bradley
saying.
Beal is able to play those 27 games, you don't think he's in the play-in?
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't think he has a better season than
Because
Zach
they
LaVine?
done made mid-season trades and all of that shit. They get Montrezl Harrell there and all of that. No, they was not gonna be a playing team.
Oh my goodness.
My thing is with Bradley Beal need to want to leave because of his situation. He's constantly put in rebuild mode. I
don't disagree with him wanting to leave. He needs to leave. But what I do disagree with is you saying that he's not better than Zach LaVine. And if the numbers
he's a better shooter than Zach LaVine.
PPA,
I give you that.
PPA. The numbers we just put up on the screen were comparable or better than Zach LaVine missing 27 more
Those
games.
numbers that you put up a screen was a bunch of bull crap because the ending result, it was that Bradley Beal went home. That's what I'm saying. Bradley Beal, at the end of the day, did not play in the play-in game and did not play in the playoff. You did not lead the team to nothing.
Talking about individual
and it tried to make him seem like the third best player on Chicago.
Let me tell you.
Are you kidding me?
Let me tell you what you do. I asked the question who the better player is at this point, and you're taking it off of
what have you done for me lately?
But he's not the better player individually.
Yes,
son.
he is. If
No,
it
he's
according
not.
to what have you done for me lately, Zach LaVine is. Because Zach LaVine was the All-Star. Zach LaVine was the
Yeah.
Olympian. If
All
I go
around-
about what have you
all
done for me
around
lately?
game- all around game.
All around
Bradley
games, Zach
Beal
is
the
better.
better player
can
than
shoot.
Zach LaVine, plain and simple.
Zach can shoot. Zach can go to the bucket, and Zach athleticism is better than his.
His athleticism may be better than
It's
his,
better than his.
but the rest of his game
jump-
is not.
If you
The
look
rest
at
of
the
his
3-point
game is not.
percentages, they probably the same.
The rest of his game is not.
What?
The rest of his game is not.
What?
You heard what I said. The rest of his
Zach
game is not.
LaVine don't got a good handle on the basketball? Zach LaVine don't get players involved? Are you kidding me? That don't matter?
Sometimes stats do tell a story. And he played 27 games less.
Okay. He played 27 games less.
And hold on. In those games, their shit was almost comparable. So what if he played those games? It would have been above and beyond. He'd have probably been an MVP talk.
Bradley Beal? This year?
As a person, yes. Individually.
Maybe. Maybe. If his team did a little bit better, maybe.
He wasn't there for his team to do better.
But he was hurt, Steve. That's what I'm
That's what
saying.
I'm
He was
getting
hurt.
at. So we're talking
So,
about,
you know, I watched Zach LaVine in the playoffs.
my guy. You're
I
missing.
didn't watch Bradley Beal.
Sometimes you miss the point when you bring it into it's so you can't bring in too much extra shit all the time. Sometimes it's just mano y mano. Who's the better player? If you think Zach LaVine is the better player, then that's fine. But he's not.
No, we're talking. No, when you fail to forget is that we are talking NBA and how things change in the NBA. And in the NBA, we will see a terrible player that played one season, that played terrible, come back and bust ass the next.
Son, are we not?
That's why you don't believe in a Russell Westbrook and him coming back. That's why you want to fire him. Because you don't believe that Russell Westbrook is going to come back and play a better season.
Okay, number one, I never
You're
get my
not.
input on Russell Westbrook.
You don't believe that.
I didn't get my input on Russell Westbrook. But I'm going to leave that alone because that's not okay.
Why?
That's not okay at this point.
Because I know you're going to think that, write the Lakers off. I'll say don't write the Lakers off because I feel that Russell Westbrook is not going to give you another season like it.
I told the both of you I think the best fit for Russell Westbrook is the Pelicans. And that's just me. My opinion. That's just my opinion. But Bradley Beal, yeah. I got one more player. I'd like to throw out there. And
Steve, you're not gonna get me caught up. You've been wanting Bradley Beal on Chicago for the past 3 seasons.
Exactly. So what
got
are you talking about?
So you're not gonna fool me with that.
So what are you talking about right now?
Because I know you're trying to make a case for Bradley Beal.
Because
I knew you were going to make a case for Bradley Beal being better than Zach LaVine because you've been wanting him for the past 3 seasons.
Oh, am I wrong for that?
Stupid. You've been saying it. Oh, yo, I give up Zach LaVine for Bradley Beal right now.
Am I wrong for that?
2019 leading into 2020. Yo, I give up Zach LaVine for.
Yeah. Am I wrong for that?
You've been saying it.
Exactly. So we're gonna get into one more player, and he's been getting a raw deal. I don't know if you could guess what I'm about to say. He's a free agent. We brought him up here. There you go. Getting a raw deal. Do you rehire him or fire him at this point? And we got the floor. Just lick your lips a little bit before you talk.
Yeah,
You go.
that's why I was sitting here. I gotta get ready to go to the store before I start work. I'm thirsty
But
as
I'm
hell.
saying, if you fire him, if you who?
No.
If you Phoenix?
Yeah, basically you're playing GM right now.
Okay.
You hire him or fire him.
If well, it's already set in stone. It's already set in stone. They don't want to pay him, so you gotta fire him. The damage is done. Y'all didn't pay him in the beginning. Then it was evident by the playoff run how they staggered his minutes and really didn't feel like he was an impact on the series at all, or he could be. I fire him. I at this point I don't think he's worth the max extension anyway. Because he's just not a dominant. He's not dominant to me. He takes, and maybe it's just the structure of the team or the way the game is played now, where you could see where this guy's Embiid argument comes from, where it's guard driven and it's not, it doesn't go down to the post for a big man to destroy another big man or take advantage of mixed matches and work the game from the inside out. So no, I wouldn't give him. I would let him go in the free agency.
All right. What do you feel is a good place for him? If he does hit the market, who's a good team that should pick him up?
Any team that don't have a center.
What about we talked about Dallas. What about Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas would be perfect.
What about Dallas?
Him paired with Luka. That give them that inside presence that they need. That gives them the guy that's gonna get out there and can possibly be a 10 rebound guy. I can see him playing with Luka and averaging seriously 18 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a good fit for him.
What about the whole Jalen Brunson to the Knicks, DeAndre Ayton to the Knicks?
Oh, that would make them a really good team. I mean,
who?
Jalen Brunson and DeAndre Ayton to the Knicks.
Yeah, calm down. Your aggressiveness. You don't even know what this fucking shit was.
DeAndre Ayton
back. Who?
Jalen Brunson to that team. That makes them. I'm not gonna say they're contenders, but they're a lot better than what they are. It gives them the point guard that they need, that they really need, and could use all of his services, and then DeAndre Ayton to give them that post presence that they need. At that point, I think though,
Julius Randle got to go.
Mm-hmm. He got to go.
Wow.
Well, you didn't hear the rest of the conversation. So we were talking about DeAndre Ayton, the free agent. And then I posed the question saying, what about Jalen Brunson, DeAndre Ayton to the Knicks? Because they're both free agents. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Knicks got a little bit of money and they got a couple of assets. And Quickly, Randall, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. They got Cam Reddish. I mean, I think they got a couple pieces they can move around. They got Fournier on his bum-ass contract, his fucking overly paid contract. I mean, I think they got a couple pieces.
Alec Burks,
yep. They got some pieces they can move around to certain teams to be able to, I've been drinking a little bit of a lot. You know what I mean. Surround to get a nice surrounding and get rid of other people to bring those guys in if they need to move them for their money. I don't know how that salary cap looks, but I probably think they got about $30 million on the books.
Do y'all really honestly think? Because you think you gotta when you talk at New York,
No, we're talking DeAndre Ayton. It started with DeAndre Ayton to hire him or fire him, and he
No,
fired
and
DeAndre Ayton.
compared him with Jalen Bronson to go to New York. You
After
already know.
After the question, yes, I went over it. I went over it.
All right. So my opinion on DeAndre Ayton. That's it. DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
Dallas.
I said that too. Yep,
Yeah, we said that.
Yep,
To go.
You think? But what about as
go back to go back to a contending team? Dallas.
No.
Because despite anything that I've seen this playoff, Luka Doncic showed me he's the next man up to get a championship, bro.
Really?
Player to player, Luka Doncic showed me by taking that Dallas squad to pass Phoenix. I think Luka is that next man up.
So the Grizzlies,
I'm riding that wave right there.
The Grizzlies didn't give you that feeling either.
Not going to the championship, no.
They lost Morant.
I think the Grizzlies gave me, because I had picked them to come out of the West, because I thought that Stephen Curry was the only person that Ja Morant had to get through to get there. But as far as a player taking over, Luka Doncic has showed me he is that next championship type player up, coming out of that West Side. And I'm going by past experiences, getting bumped out of the second round. I think that Luka is that next man up. As far as like NBA champions.
Okay.
And I feel that he just one piece short. Fuck two. I think big man, because Ayton is the one that's on the block right now.
Okay.
So you're saying fire him?
Saying fire Ayton.
Well, I've been saying, well, you could what you could say, but I say fire Ayton from opening season. Before the season even began, when he didn't get his contract, when Chris Paul got his. Fire Ayton.
Well,
let me tell you something.
The only thing I would say is they should have fired Ayton when Luka was supposed to be the first pick anyway.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Why did Ed yell at me when I did fantasy basketball and I dropped the nigga Ayton immediately? Yeah.
Word, yeah.
Yo, I had DeAndre Ayton on my team. I see he got suspended. I said, Clay, put him in the free agent. Who wants to trade? Yo, my G.
One thing you don't want as a rookie coming into contract year after you sign your rookie deal is an old player getting more money than you. So when I seen Phoenix was willing to invest in Chris Paul more than DeAndre Ayton, that was my sum up for me.
No, but it wasn't more of a. I get your analogy, but it's different. Chris Paul body of work put him in a different bracket than DeAndre Ayton can get. DeAndre Ayton can't get that kind of money. He's not in that bracket yet.
No, I see what you're saying.
But I think it's a travesty that they haven't.
Like when you build, they was trying to. James Jones was trying to win now. You get what I'm saying? And they knew they had DeAndre Ayton under contract for one more season, and they took advantage of it by ignoring him, where he was unable to shop to himself to other teams and shit like that. and he trying to get a fucking deal. Now, what do you think you're getting out of Chris Paul next season?
In all reality,
Really, you're gonna give Chris Paul $40 million a year?
In all reality, we already know that's bullshit. But in all reality, when a player is under contract, do you not want to let him play out his last years? Because, like you said Ant, before, as far as football is concerned, when they get the bag, they fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So why wouldn't you want your guys playing out their last years of their contract, their last year, whatever, to see if they on their shit before you actually give them some money to fuck up in years to come?
Right.
Because it's happened in all sports. It's happened in all sports: baseball, basketball, football, whatever you want to do. Like, people get the money. Next thing you know, their game decline.
Mm-hmm.
The game declines, son. And so I don't care for the whole give me my money now, I want an extension type shit. My guy, you signed this contract. You knew the shit coming in. You know what your rookie deal is. You know what we signed you for moving forward. Just because you've
but one of the things that you signed for. No, before you say that, though, Steve, when you sign your contract, you're signed to negotiate moving forward.
Hold on.
You ain't signing to move forward. You're just signing to negotiate moving forward.
You're not.
You are. You're signing to negotiate moving forward.
Why?
Why they talking about Zion Williams rookie contract now?
Hold on. You're not
signing with New Orleans.
You're not listening to what I said.
That's a different animal.
Your rookie contract is your rookie contract. You signed on the dotted line.
Your guaranteed money off your rookie contract is the guaranteed money.
In basketball and baseball, you guarantee your money, period. Going forward, when you sign that contract and you decide you want to sign a 7-year deal with the Sacramento Kings, but you want to be a winner. You to decide with the Detroit Pistons, but you want to be a winner. You want to play for a winning team. Don't sign that long-term deal if you're going to try to fucking restructure it after.
So you really honestly think Cade Cunningham signed a long-term deal with Detroit?
He's on his
or did he sign to negotiate after year contract comes up? Extension year.
He's on his.
You really think that?
He's on his rookie deal.
He's on his rookie deal.
You get as a rookie.
Listen to what I'm saying.
To negotiate later. You don't sign a commitment early.
EPA.
I hear you.
When after your rookie deal, you have a contract coming up. If you sign that contract, once you sign it, there's no renegotiating shit.
This is what you fail to realize.
I don't fail to realize nothing.
With the player we was talking about.
On the dotted line.
This is what I'm saying. Who's the player that we talking about?
We're not talking. I'm talking about in general.
We talking about DeAndre Ayton.
No.
We were talking about DeAndre Ayton, and DeAndre Ayton, he did not sign a contract like that. He signed to negotiate later.
My guy, you didn't listen to
what himself now to negotiate later.
Don't make me mute you at this point. Listen, you have to understand what I'm saying. I went off the rails. And I said in general, if a person signs a contract, there is no renegotiating at this point.
Yes, it is.
You're guaranteed your money.
Is signing to renegotiate in their rookie contracts. That way they could get extensions and stuff like that.
You're not.
That's why the first contract is a lot for a lot of rookies.
under the rookie deal is rookie extensions,
You're not
not
listening to my point.
max extensions.
You're not
Big
listening
difference.
to what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You go in to sign a contract. Once you sign that contract, that's what you signed up for. You didn't sign up
for your
anything else
guaranteed money.
after that. You know what the fuck is coming. Play out your contract and then keep it fucking moving. You want to become a free agent? Become a free agent. Go get all the money you can in your next contract. But stop this in the middle shit.
That's where you fail to realize. That's where you messing up, Steve, because they signed it within the term of they 3 years.
You're not listening. Go. DL,
that's what they be doing.
Good morning, DL. Good morning.
We're shaking.
Good morning. You back. You got to deal with this cat here all day. Glad you come back and deal with him. I sometimes that's why I just like being a host sometimes.
Yo, listen, yo. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, baby.
Yeah.
What he arguing about?
Contract bullshit.
And yo, that's two things you did, PV. First your other Embiid Harden theory made me take a shit. Then just now, you made me get so confused. I threw my AirPods in the garbage.
Yo, bro. Every week I walk off and go, yo, he be bugging.
He said he said, I don't know if he was listening or not, if you could. He said that Philadelphia should retool and get rid of Embiid and let James Harden and them go.
I'm not gonna respond.
You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go back into that argument.
I didn't even hear y'all.
You don't need to.
You don't need to. It was your bogus ass Philadelphia point.
What do you mean, Philadelphia?
Nope, you all said you driving to work.
We ain't talking about the Eagles.
Yo, the Eagles gonna win that division this year.
Nah, he's a Cowboys fan.
That's cool. The Eagles is gonna win that division this year.
I don't like the way you're talking right now, DL. You should probably click yourself back off.
Your team is gonna be in last place in that division.
Listen, man, it's a new year. We're gonna get into the Giants schedules too. We got who's your team? Oh, you said Tennessee or some shit like that?
Gang.
Tennessee, right?
Gang.
I remember. So we're gonna y'all lost AJ Brown to the Eagles. That's why I know why you're saying that.
Wait. We didn't lose. We traded him. We didn't lose.
Well, listen. In my estimation, that's a loss.
You see what we did in the draft.
My estimation, that's a loss.
Did you see our draft?
No. I see my draft. I see your draft.
Go look at the draft and then come back and holler at me.
Well, no, because that's what I'm gonna need you for. Because each week, moving forward, going into the football season, we're gonna start breaking down these schedules and the rosters. So,
got you.
We're gonna get into that. So, you being a Tennessee fan, you the guy to let us know about your squad.
Got you.
You know what I mean? But I'll look into it though. Believe me, I will do my research on it and figure out going forward.
When you clock in, come over so you can take over.
Yeah.
I will figure it out.
Yo, what I missed though? How about that?
Huh?
I said, what else I missed though?
You missed quite a few. You missed the Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine debate.
Why is that even a debate?
Because he said LaVine was better than Bradley Beal.
Who said that?
You know who said that.
All right, hold on though. I think it's an argument to be made if we're gonna be fair. if we're gonna be fair, it's an argument to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got you, but am I taking Levine over Bill? Absolutely not. The one difference between both of them is Bill play defense and Levine don't.
I mean,
Offensively, it's a wash, if you ask me.
I mean, me personally, I mean, as PPA stated, I've been wanting Bradley Beal on the Bulls prior to DeRozan. For the past 3 years, I was stating I want Bradley Beal on the Bulls. That's just been me.
Yeah, but
I like
wouldn't
him
have
in the
traded
game.
Levine for him.
I would have.
No.
I would have. I'm just not. I'm really not. When I watch Levine, I like him sometimes. He's just not consistent enough in the big spots for me. And I think that Bradley Beal.
I want to say I disagree.
Huh?
I want to say with that team, Bradley Beal's a better fit, but I don't think he's more consistent. I think consistency, they're both on the same level. But Bradley Beal has the ability to become a spot up shooter where Levine that's not his game.
No. And sometimes Levine could shoot you out of a game.
Oh yeah, he'll shoot you the fuck out of the game.
You know what I mean? I think Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal thinks the game a little better. You know what I mean? He picks and chooses spots better, and that's just me from watching him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a cheater. I do all the internet fucking games and all of that. So I get to watch everybody every night. You know what I mean? So I watch who I want to watch when I want to watch them.
Yo, I got a question for y'all. I was thinking about this all week. So in light of all of this Steph Curry top 10 phenomenon that's going on, right? Of course, for you to be in the top 10, somebody got to come out of the top 10. With the resume that he can have, who would be the person coming out of the top 10?
Shit depends on who's in your top 10, actually. So your top 10, everybody's top 10 is really different. It's really different depending on era. Like, so a lot of people don't have the same top 10. So is Steph Curry in your top 10? Depending on your age?
Not yet.
Yes. So
he's not my top 10 yet.
He's not. Yeah. So but I mean, 3 championships, 6 finals, 2. What does he have? A unanimous MVP? Does he have back-to-back MVPs?
Yeah.
And Steph Curry's a back-to-back MVP with Jokic, right? Jokic, that's the new guys back-to-back. Giannis might have back-to-back too, right?
Giannis got back-to-back too.
Giannis got back-to-back.
Steph was the first unanimous.
Yes.
We call so when we go back to this, like, Steph is somebody to me who literally changed the game of basketball. Yep. Along with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan changed the game of basketball. To me, the other person who changed the game of basketball was Dr. J, then Magic Johnson.
When you say Magic, you gotta also say Bird.
Yes, Bird is in that conversation, but
I don't like the Bird disrespect, by the way, that I be feeling like he be getting, but that's another topic.
Listen, hold on. When it comes to Larry Bird, listen, I don't think there's too many better.
Oh, all right.
I don't think there's too many better, my guy.
When you talk about the small, when you talk about Larry Bird and the small forwards, there's only the debate for LeBron. That's it.
And that's iffy.
That's it. I mean, and because when you look at Bird's best years, his numbers is better than LeBron.
Still.
And we talking about
He take better.
position. But we talking about position, right? So you talking about position at this point. You're not even talking about the player.
No. Just so at position, right? First of all, I think Larry Bird is top 10. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
I think he's the second best small forward to ever play the game, and I think LeBron is in front of him.
He's the first. Okay. I mean, me, I disagree. I mean, you know, you're a LeBron fan. I'm a disappointed LeBron fan.
Wait, real quick. I hate when y'all say he's a LeBron fan. Like, bro, that has nothing to do with nothing that I say. Look at statistically, he's about to be the only player ever with 30,000 points, over 10,000 rebounds.
All right, so we already had a show. Do stats tell the whole story? We had this show already.
You heard what I said?
Yeah. I heard you, but we had a show where we said where the question was, do stats tell the whole story?
You're right, but then when you look at the whole story, wait, my fault. I'm glad you said that, because when you look at the whole story, he doesn't have empty stats. He's the only only player in NBA history to have 4 Finals MVPs, but 3 of them is from 3 different teams.
My question after that is that more longevity, or is because there's people who can play forever and build up whatever they need to build up. As long as you're available, and you're a player as LeBron's stature, you're gonna do what you want to do. You're talking about basically a hybrid. LeBron is 6'8", 6'9", 260. Like he's just a different animal. Like he's not a regular human being, right? So
wait.
He's been playing since he was 18 years old in the NBA. So whereas Larry Bird went to school and came in at 21, 22.
So is it safe to say that LeBron is something that we've never seen before? Yes or no?
In a different sense, yes.
So he's
it's safe to say that, yes.
He came in as something we never seen before. He came in with the hype that nobody's ever seen before, and then surpassed the hype that nobody probably thought he was probably going to do.
I don't want to say surpassed, because I really think he lived up to it.
So even if he didn't surpass it and he lived up to it, look at what he's living up to.
I don't discredit that.
So now look. So if you want to talk about impact and changing the game, whether you say it was for the good of the game or whether you don't, LeBron is the definition of player empowerment.
True indeed.
He changed the game forever.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll tell you why I don't like it. And I'm gonna go a little deeper than NBA. Whenever y'all able to get back online, I'm gonna go a little deeper than the NBA. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go to college sports. We now have the player portal. We now do not have, we don't even know our own. I'm a Michigan fan. Dog. But we don't know our college players anymore. These people are leaving as freshmen. Wagner, whatever you want to say, his brother was not ready for the NBA. Brass-Dagas to the Knicks was not ready for the NBA.
One of them Wagners was ready though.
The first one. But the second one, listen. We in the play. We in the 8. He airballing fucking shit. He fucked the whole game up. Listen, Doug. Listen. We don't even know our college players. We can't even stick with a college team. We can't follow players anymore. And it hurts. It hurts being a fan of a team more than a player. Like we're following the player more than the team because they switch so much, and that's the part where I disagree with LeBron at that at what he does. If I had a son, I definitely would pick him as a role model to go after. He's not in the tabloids as a bad person. He's not in the tabloids or the media as somebody who fucks around on his wife. He's a billionaire at this point as of the other day. Nothing LeBron does in that aspect. I respect it all. But as far as that 94 feet go and the decision that he made during basketball, I'm all set. because he did change the game. He did change the game as far as player empowerment, as you said, Dia. And I think it's bullshit, honestly. We're all regular workers. Let us try to quit our job or ask for a trade. We're not free agents. We don't come up with contracts. We get raises when they want to give them to us. And I kind of calculate that with the regular world sometimes, because the world that they live in and we live in, it seems to be totally different, but you still have an employer. You still have an employer. I want to see what happens when LeBron, as a billionaire now, is able to own a team on his own and the moves that he makes as an owner, as far as employees are concerned and players. I want to see the moves that he makes and how he'll react to what is actually going on his squad. Because I don't think he's going to react the same way as an owner or a manager or whatever he is to those people. He has employees under him. But if somebody was like, yo, I'm good. I'm exercising my time to go to so-and-so. I'm the best player on your team. What you want to do then? What is LeBron's reaction going to be then? But he started it. So I'm all set with that. You have an employer. Be the employer and then figure it out. Because there's levels to everything. And he's in a hierarchy at this point. But there's somebody higher than him. The person who owns the fucking team or the jersey he wears. So that's where I come in with that situation. You know, I ain't over here shopping.
Yeah,
I hope it's all healthy.
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, it goes back to I went as far as LeBron, man. I go with the original thought of he's not someone who changed the game for me. So I never seen LeBron and be like, well, as far as basketball is concerned, only thing I've seen that was different is the way he takes care of his body year to year. But he hasn't changed the game as far as the basketball, or as far as the way the game is played. To me, I don't think he has a stamp on that. Me personally.
Yeah.
As far as like I said, I heard about LeBron going to when they was trying to get that man deep and go to the NBA.
Who?
That's how crazy the talk was.
We couldn't hear you because you was breaking up.
No, I said it's crazy because at one point I remember I heard first about LeBron. He's in a 10th grade. He's in the 10th grade going 11th, and they were talking about him like, yo, you could give him. Let's just help him get his GED and go straight to the NBA after the 11th grade. That was the talk then. So
Oh, you breaking up, my guy. You breaking up.
I don't know. Hello, you hear me? You hear me?
Only a little bit. You breaking up. Like it's real choppy.
It's probably because I'm in the store.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do this stuff now. I got to start working in about 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You
the beauty of working at home.
It's a different life.
Yeah, man. Oh, boy, I should be paying people to do this now.
Word. But yeah, freaking yeah, we've been up here for 3 hours. It's been a good show, PPA, bringing his natural ability to say some crazy shit.
Oh man. Woo, boy. PP.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing. I wouldn't have it no other way.
Gotta love him.
Wouldn't have it no other way. No other way.
It was just funny how he brings it week to week. He never lets us down.
Never.
He never
and
lets us
I'll
down.
do my best to never let him let us down.
Right. We're gonna continue to bait him and make sure he understands that he's always part of the culture.
Yep. Yes, sir. But well, thank you for the viewers.
I don't ask about the.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm done. No, I was saying I'm done.
Yeah. So
couple, we're still in the beginning stages. Man. There's a lot of people that ask me, about the show.
You can't hear nothing, my guy. You can't hear nothing. Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Everything's off right now.
Me?
Yeah. Can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
Now I can, but before it was just breaking up. Everything was breaking up.
Oh, I don't know. My bad. But yeah, I gotta finish this shopping up anyway.
Yeah, do that.
So I'll hit you for game time.
Listen, you already know. We'll see what goes on. We might come back on in a few hours, depending. Talk about game number 2. We all have a consensus. Some of us, except for PPA, is the only one who picked Boston again tonight. We'll see who's right and who's wrong. I lost the debate today. Deshaun Watson is not the better quarterback as far as my guys are concerned. I got my ass kicked on that. I have to eat that. But I'm still going to say Deshaun Watson is the better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. That's just me.
He is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
Well, thank you. I got somebody on my team. Team Lightskin in the building right now. Even at the end, Team Lightskin in the building.
On the walking, he's a better quarterback than him.
Listen, dog. They wasn't trying to hear me, dog.
Who is they? We said let's be clear. Let's be clear what the argument was. The argument was love it, hate it, or date it. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Stevenson, and Josh Allen. That was the argument.
So now you cannot put in this conversation ever in basketball or football.
I've got 2 cases of water here.
Now, all I'm gonna say is Deshaun Watson, right?
he shouldn't be loving, hating, or dating anything with the shit he got going on. Right now.
Right. Huh? No. I'm gonna take part with me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I said, yeah, you
That's
stupid.
first and foremost.
That's the first shot.
But those were the three. Those were the three people I put
Secondly,
together was Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Josh Allen. I put that together to love it, hate it, or date it. You feel what I'm saying?
So because I missed it, I'll tell you, I'm going. I love Deshaun Watson. I'll date Josh Allen. No Ayo, because that sounded crazy. And yeah, hate it. Lamar Jackson.
That's it, and that would be my order. That would be my order. Same exact thing.
And then if you want to give context to it, they're both better throwers of the ball than he is.
So when I said it, I said the better quarterback. The better quarterback. Love it, hate it, or date it. They all jumped out the building on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
They all jumped
I'll
out.
do it again.
I seen what Deshaun Watson did after they traded D-Hop to Arizona.
They gave him nothing.
Yeah, I seen what he did with that team. I ain't never betting against that man. Sorry.
They gave him nothing. What he did in college in the national championships, if it wasn't for him stepping out of bounds, that was two in a row. That was two in a row.
Listen, that man got disrespected on draft night, and they took Trubisky in front of him.
What? Listen.
Yeah, now that's clear, bro. But if I'm starting to, what my argument was, I said, me personally, as far as the NFL was concerned, I haven't seen enough. I think he was starting. I haven't seen enough Deshaun Watson on my end for me to say that he was better than Lamar.
But how not though?
I'm just saying this. If I'm looking for, if I'm a GM, there's no way I'm not taking Lamar Jackson first.
Let me tell you something though, and this is what I'm trying to put out there as far as when I said best quarterback, right? So you have to build, and we watched Lamar Jackson somewhat in Louisville, right?
Yeah.
We got hold of him. He comes to the NFL. Jim Harbaugh built a system. Think about this. Jim Harbaugh built a system around his athletic ability, not around the fact that he was a good quarterback.
And this is not to say that he's not a good quarterback, because I think he is a good quarterback.
But out of the three,
he's not better than the other two.
This is
not at pure pocket passing, staying behind the ones and twos.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. And the problem is Josh Allen can run. Deshaun Watson can run. They can scramble. They can get out. They can do whatever. But they're more heady. You ever seen Lamar Jackson in the playoffs?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he didn't have nobody. Neither did Deshaun Watson. Neither did Deshaun Watson, really.
Deshaun Watson was in a shootout with Patrick Mahomes. Nobody.
This is what I'm saying, dog. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if people don't remember the Buffalo Bills when they two men try to hit this man from the side and he wiggled out of it, boom, 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 and still hit a catch for the first down. Or was that the Colts? It was the Colts or the Buffalo? The Colts, right?
It's Colts.
The Colts.
Hold on, you talking about Josh Allen now?
No. We're talking about Deshaun Watson.
Oh, I went in and out with the pause.
But
that was crazy.
Deshaun Watson and Josh Allen quarterback play is so much more.
No, but remember what I said earlier too. I said if you really want to talk about who's the best, Josh Allen is the best out of the three.
At this moment, yes. But Deshaun
That's out of
Watson,
the three.
but Deshaun Watson playing right now is better than both of them.
We'll see.
So my
And I'm
argument
not-
would be, so my argument to that is, as of the last time Deshaun Watson played football, Josh Allen wasn't better than him. Josh
Nope.
Allen had a heck of a year last year. But are we going to say that year he had trumped the year that Deshaun Watson had before?
Hold on, his
No,
years.
but you can't talk about the.
His
If you want to
years.
talk about the numbers, once again, if you want to talk about the numbers, are you telling me Deshaun Watson is better than Lamar Jackson?
Yes.
If y'all want to
Yes.
talk about the numbers,
No. Don't
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
numbers
no, no,
because
no.
you can't because you're talking about numbers.
I'm
Somebody
just
can't
saying we're
play.
talking about the talent.
We're talking about talent.
No,
A better
for the
quarterback. A better quarterback at the position. A better quarterback at the position is Deshaun Watson, not Lamar Jackson.
Again, that's his opinion. I agree with it, but it's
Oh,
his
yes,
opinion.
yes. It definitely is their opinion. I lost 3-1 today. I lost 3-1.
That's because I wasn't here.
Oh well, then it's
Nah,
was three. You still lost, but it's 3-2.
It was 3-2. I still lost 3-2.
I'm fat. I count as two people.
But but I'm telling you, I seen Lamar Jackson throw the ball, son, to Deshaun Watson throwing the ball. That shit don't match up. That shit
Yo,
don't
it could
match
be-
up, dog.
Yo, so me just listening to it, I go, that's just because he ain't playing a year. They don't. It's recency bias. You don't remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No,
Definitely
for me, it's not. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I have not seen enough of Deshaun Watson. I
How
haven't.
not though? But tell me how not.
No.
From
I'm just saying,
college?
No.
To his time in the pros to get a $40 million a year contract. Remember, he got 4 years, 160 from Houston.
No, but you're missing it. I literally meaning I have not watched enough Houston Texans. I did not watch enough Deshaun Watson.
Okay, so you personally didn't watch him. That's why you're going that route.
Right.
So I watched.
Okay.
I had to pay attention to that motherfucker because he is in the same division as I am,
Yeah,
and
Alabama fan.
look, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it
Alabama
at
fan.
all.
Yeah, Alabama fan.
Nah, it's not even that I'm a bit. First of all, I'm a Michigan fan, bro.
Okay,
But
okay.
when
Hold
I say
on.
division, I'm talking about him being in Houston.
Okay. So hold on, but are you a Michigan football and basketball?
Absolutely.
You see, sometimes my cousin is cool. Sometimes my cousin is cool. He picks up my views sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yo, listen, anything about me, Michigan, football, basketball, all the way. I
Yes,
hate
sir,
Duke
yes,
with a
sir.
passion. Fuck Coach K.
I'm A-Train Anthony Thomas, Charles Woodson.
Yeah, you old.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, so me getting to watch Deshaun Watson because he was in the same division, and I like Son when he was in college too, because those was hell of a teams in Clemson. Because it wasn't just him. Because we acting like D-Hop wasn't there with him his freshman year.
Exactly.
Like they had some dogs over there, but watching him in college and then he come to the pros and look exactly like he looked in college.
Exactly
bro.
how he looked. Exactly.
That man is different. He came.
monster.
He got to the Texans and turned them around automatically.
With no one. Like, please name me a person on that team besides Brandon Cooks and D-Hop that you could really, and J.J. Watt, that you could really hang your hat on, and Jadeveon Clowney. That was in and out the lineups. The bullshit he had to deal with. Do you want to go Jeremy Tunsil that they picked up or whatever they
Nah.
did?
No, none of them. Honestly, it was him, B-Hop, and J.J. Watt until he started getting injured. Other than that, you ain't really have a steady diet of anything.
Nope. Running backs was in and out.
Don't get me started.
Everything. It was just bad, like bad. And he held it down, got him the playoffs, won a playoff game, done all of that shit. Done all of it with absolutely nobody around him. And everybody, Lamar Jackson they give him the system that he wants, the plays that he wants.
We're not going to kill Lamar Jackson for last year neither, because their whole team was injured from start to finish.
But you want to know where I kill Lamar Jackson? I just kill him on pocket presence. I kill him on pocket presence. He's not a great accuracy thrower. He's not a great pocket passer. If he's not being able to run the ball and doing the play action, he's not good off the play action and running the ball because the play action opens him up because he's running the ball. He's not a good quarterback.
I disagree. I disagree that he's not a good quarterback, bro. I'm saying he's not as good of a quarterback as the other two, but he's definitely a good quarterback.
Well, I'm saying in that aspect, take away the fact that they built the offense around him. Put him on Green Bay. Put him on Green Bay without Devontae Adams.
Well, let's see what A-Rod look without Devontae.
He gonna look like he been looking when Devontae Adams was hurt.
We will see, sir. We will see.
Give him the New England Patriots.
All right, so the argument started really, and I think the love and hate of the day that came about because the question was Lamar Jackson with this contract coming up.
So yeah, so what it was me and PPA was talking the other day, and he said, "What do you think about Lamar Jackson?" And he's up next. I said, I don't think nothing because he's not asking for nothing. Because I say, what does he need to be worried about? And he was like, what do you mean? And I said, he has nothing to worry about as far as his money is concerned. And he was like, why not? He's the next man up.
Because anybody's going to pay him what he wants.
I said, what I initially said to him the other day was, everybody who signed is good, and those are the better quarterbacks. Anybody below him or is going to be a free agent is not better than him, especially in Baltimore. So Baltimore has no choice but to sign him to what he wants, and that's what they need. There's no Lamar Jackson in Baltimore right now. There's nobody else. We're going to sign Baker Mayfield. Who do you want after that? Who do you want? Do you want Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you want Trey Lance? I mean, who do you want after this?
Yeah, take negative ass Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying. So Lamar Jackson actually landed himself in the best position possible because everybody else that's better than him is signed, sealed, delivered. He's stuck right there.
Some respect on Jimmy's name.
Huh?
How many quarterbacks is better than him now?
How many what?
How many quarterbacks you think is better than Lamar Jackson?
This is what I'm saying. He's stuck in the middle. He's stuck in the middle of the top 5 on down.
Yo, again, put some respect on Jimmy G.
I'll give Jimmy G a little bit of respect.
That's all I'm saying.
Not better than
Lamar Jackson. No, he's not. Lamar Jackson top 10, bro.
And this is what I'm saying. So out of that, everybody else is signed, sealed, delivered. There's Lamar Jackson and everybody else after that who's a free agent or whatever. They're not even close to his level. So Baltimore had no choice as far as the contract is concerned. I got to give him what he asked for, or I lose him.
Franchise tag that motherfucker. Call it a day.
And you put him, put him on the Steelers right now because they might need him. They need him. Let Tomlin coach him.
No. We gonna see what the Steelers look like. So quiet as kept. I don't think Trubisky is a great quarterback, but I give respect where respect is due. That leap that he made from his first to the second year was a great leap. And we're acting like he's not a quarterback that's never made the playoffs because he did with that Chicago team. But it's something to say about, like I say to you all the time, it's something to say about a bad organization that makes horrible decisions at the most inopportune time.
And this is what, and this is the other point that I brought up to him, is what I said was, look at the Matthew Stafford situation. 1 year with good players around him and a good coach, guess what he did? Won a Super Bowl. So take Lamar Jackson out of the Harbaugh situation, right? Place Lamar Jackson in another place where he has to be the guy, the quarterback. And do you think he's going to prosper as well as he's doing in Baltimore?
So here's my argument all right. Before I speak, I'm strictly answering this on a basis of comparing him to Matt Stafford in that situation. The difference, the glaring difference there is Matt Stafford is been in the league so long that he just knows how to be a professional and he knows what it takes to be a professional. So him going to a team like LA would be two different things as Lamar Jackson going, because Lamar Jackson, quiet as kept, this is only what, year 4? So technically he's still growing as a quarterback, as a leader, and as a person.
And that I agree with. I agree with that.
So I hear what you're saying, but I wouldn't want to use that as a, well, if Matt Stafford could do it, could Lamar possibly do the same thing if he went to a team that's stacked? Only because it's just so much more as far as the mind is concerned when you get Matt Stafford. We talking about an 11-year fucking vet.
What we talking about? What we also talking about? You talking about a quarterback too?
No, I'm not gonna disrespect Lamar. Not like they ain't the same rep, son. Because look, we also talking about a guy that won the MVP at quarterback.
But why did he win the MVP though?
Son, he put up hell of numbers.
But what were most of
that team?
What was the reason? His biggest reason for winning that MVP was on his legs. Not on his arm.
I'm not gonna agree to that. And I'm also gonna say that team at the beginning of the year, when you looked at that roster, you said to yourself they might not make the playoffs. Could we agree?
Mark Andrews. They ran a 3 tight end. They basically ran 3 tight ends.
I don't care what they ran.
And Hollywood Brown.
He didn't exist. You ain't know who he was.
What do you mean? Why not though?
He was a rookie.
Okay, so here's the difference. This is what I'm trying to say with Lamar Jackson. They built an offense around him. How many other teams are building an offense around you and your ability? Not many. Not many. Not many.
Peyton Manning?
Not many.
Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning ran that whole team.
Yeah, but that offense was built around him.
Himself.
No, I'm talking about the scheme, everything.
But how many though? How many organizations and coaches are not giving you their playbook instead of saying what's good for you?
Bro, look at Tom Brady right now.
What? Belichick?
Look at Tom Brady.
Bruce Arians and Belichick.
Yeah.
So it's very few. You're talking about Andy Reid.
But this is.
You're talking about Andy Reid.
Andy Reid is another one.
Belichick.
Andy Reid is another one.
Harbaugh.
Hold on.
Sean Payton.
What's his name out in Buffalo right now?
What you mean? No. He's on the Giants right now. Stop it.
No. No, him. Change that whole offense to fit Josh Allen.
Brian Dable.
Change that offense to fit Josh
You know what that
Allen. They
is?
do that,
You know
bro.
what that is? He's about to
They
change
do
it to
that.
Daniel Jones.
They do that, but no. Listen, see, you getting too hype over there because I don't think he's going to do a good job.
Nah, no, hey, don't push me in that direction then. Don't push me in that direction.
No, I'm not pushing you. I'm saying, this is what you said. Listen, I'm listening to what you said, and I just gave you at least 6 other people that did it for their quarterback. Like, when your quarterback is that great, you're gonna do what you need to do to put him in the best position for him to win.
But
As
how
a
many people
coach,
do
that's
that?
what you could do.
How many?
All the
do
great
that?
coaches do that. All the great coaches do that.
Great. How many great coaches are there?
Maybe 4, 5.
Exactly. So
I think
Lamar Jackson got lucky.
Wait. and I think both Harbaugh coaches are great. Let's be clear. Both Harbaugh brothers, fucking great, incredible.
I fucks with him.
But time gonna tell.
And here's the ill part. Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson get to play in the same division when he come back. So we finna see head-to-head matchups. We finna see head-to-head matchups.
Talk about head-to-head matchups. And I'm looking at that division. I don't know who's gonna make the playoffs and who's not in the AFC, bro.
Cincinnati?
It's finna be a lot of hard. They might not make it.
I don't know. I think listen, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrows, they made it work.
Hold on.
Made it work.
Right.
They're coming off a Super Bowl.
I'm not arguing that. But they went into the playoffs in like what, the 6th seed?
Yeah, about that. But you got an extra team. You added an extra team this year.
You're right. But now I'm looking at the teams that got better. So
the only teams that really should scare you is that Raiders, Denver, Kansas City, San Diego fucking division. That shit got ugly.
Hold on.
Bosa, Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson, Derwin James, Herbert. My guy.
Now look.
Come on now.
Look. So this is my point though. So that whole division could possibly make the playoffs, right? The whole division.
No, it possibly won't because they got to play each other.
No, it's been so they only paid each other twice.
You might get two.
They would have got 3 last year.
If they didn't do that tie shit, they didn't get that tie shit.
Yeah, if San Diego would have ran the clock out, both them teams would have been in the playoffs.
That was a wrap.
But look, you potentially can have all 4 of them teams. Denver's look scary than the motherfucker right now.
Scary. Russell Wilson over there.
That's what I'm saying. So you got Denver, Oakland, Denver, Las Vegas, Kansas City, and San Diego. You gonna sit here and tell me if Deshaun Watson ends up playing most of the season, that team is not way better than what they was last year?
No, that team is a fucking monster. That team is a monster with the running game, with the Kareem Hunt, Chris Chubb.
So look,
Jarvis Landry's coming back. Jarvis Landry was like, "Yo, we got Deshaun Watson. I'm on my way."
No, he went to New Orleans.
Yeah, he did sign New Orleans. That's right. Yep. But he was trying to sign back with Cleveland.
But even that, right? So you look at them, and then you look at Cincinnati, that's in the same division, and then you gotta say to yourself, Pittsburgh is never under 500. Never under 500. So that means they're gonna get at least 9 wins. Who else is there? I'm missing a team in that division.
See, you got Cincinnati, Baltimore,
Baltimore's the other team.
Baltimore, Lamar Jackson.
So you got Cincy, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. That's dog fights.
That's another dog fight.
Bro.
The whole AFC is crazy.
Indianapolis when they got Matt Ryan.
The whole AFC is crazy right now. AFC is crazy.
The only division that's not crazy is Buffalo.
It's the AFC East.
That's it. So that's one spot right there.
With the pickup of Von Miller.
He went to Denver.
Who?
No, I mean he went to Buffalo. So look, but that's what I'm saying. That division is Buffalo's.
Yeah.
So besides that division being Buffalo's,
everybody
the other three divisions is you fighting for spots.
Yo, listen. Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Jacoby Jacobs, Derek Carr. Stop that offense. Stop that offense.
I'm not a Josh McDaniels fan. So I don't really think they got great coaching. I think they should have kept the coach. I think they should have kept
ability. I think is great.
I don't agree.
Okay, we'll see.
You're going off of him under Belichick for all them years. What happened when he was with Denver?
He had a head coach and it was his first year.
So?
Not all head coaches start off great.
You're right.
Gotta learn.
But, yeah, you got to. But you ran right back to Daddy Belichick.
But Belichick got like fucking 25 rings because he was on defensive coordinator and all types of shit. Like,
so let's be clear. Belichick's lineage as far as coaches is horrible. If you look at their records when they leave.
Oh, yeah. All of them are horrible.
Technically speaking, his best coach was Brian Flores that left his tree.
Vrabel
never coached for him.
No, what Tennessee right now?
He never coached
Tennessee right now
for Belichick. He never coached for Belichick. He only played for Belichick. Yes.
Hold on real quick.
He never physically coached under Bill Belichick.
Oh, shit. Okay. He was on as a player.
Because when we signed him, I said, why the fuck would we do that? I was wrong. But still, that's how I felt.
I thought he did. I thought he coached that on a year defense coordinator, right?
No, he went straight to college.
I could have sworn he was defense coordinator for the Patriots for like a year or two.
Nope, he went straight to college, bro. He coached in college for 2 or 3 years, and then we signed him. We hired him.
All right. So Brian Flores, McDaniels, what was the other black dude?
The fat one, offensive coordinator. He was garbage as a head coach.
Yep.
Then look at the other dude that was in Houston that traded D-Hop. Garbage.
Another one.
Garbage. Charlie Weiss.
Yep.
Had to go to college. He couldn't hack it in the NFL. Garbage. What's my son that just got fired from Detroit like a year ago and then went back to the Patriots? Matt Patricia?
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is I like Son. I just think Detroit is Detroit.
But sometimes, listen, your boy right now though is a. It takes certain people to be coaches and motivators.
I
You know what I
like the
mean?
coach. The coach that's in Detroit now, I like him.
He's a beast. He's a beast right now. He's a beast. I fucks with him. I wish he was my coach. I ain't gonna lie.
You wish everybody was your coach.
Listen, I'm a Giants fan, man. We got problems right now. Okay, we got problems.
Listen, y'all problems got problems.
I was wishing on a star. I'm wishing on a star.
But y'all make horrible decisions too, because y'all didn't have to take what's the name. Y'all could have took Brian Flores.
But at the same time, I'm gonna rep this shit. We rep till we go home. We rep till we go home.
It's cool. I respect the fandom.
Got to. It's nothing else.
But y'all delusional, like Nick fans.
I'm not delusional. See, the problem is a lot of other fans are delusional. You're not talking to a delusional fan. I am a very realistic individual when it comes to my team. Okay, I do not say, "Oh, we're gonna win the division. We're gonna do this." Da, da, da. I hope we catch fire, win a division, and skate off. I always hope for that as a fan. But when I really kick in and I really look at it, we are ranked number 28th, 29th as an offense due to Daniel Jones, Golladay, and Saquon Barkley. That trio right there is ranked number 28th, 29th in the whole league.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
With that being said, like how can I put any stock in us being a great team or winning the division? Dallas has lost a lot. Philly is the one who's gained everything, but guess what? It's all going to depend on Jalen Hurts' quarterback play.
I don't know if you watch Jalen Hurts. He's a better quarterback than Daniel Jones, bro.
No, he's definitely a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. What I'm saying is it's going to depend on his quarterback play in Philly. So my problem, I watched Jalen Hurts from Alabama into Oklahoma, and he threw for over 5,000 yards in Oklahoma in college. Like listen, man. I always thought he was a good quarterback.
Yo,
I always thought he was a good quarterback.
What are you doing?
What I see in the pros was a small step back. He has his moment.
What are you doing?
But he's not. But he's not good yet consistently.
I agree. So then my next question with that is, could it be due to the inept offense that was put around him as far as skill positions?
It could be, but I mean, they tried to put good pieces around him, so they thought. You know, management is always a bitch, son. Management's always a bitch. It's always a bitch, son. You know, Jalen Reagor they put in there. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, you pick up these offensive guys. Listen, Devontae Smith this year was a pickup. That wasn't a
bad draft though.
That was huge. That was huge.
Because he played like, I think he played better than what they thought they was gonna get out of him.
Nah, because you want to know
being so small.
Because you know they jumped us. They jumped the Giants. They did us dirty. Dallas did us dirty to get Devontae Smith because we wanted him. We didn't want Kadarius Toney. We wanted Devontae Smith. Kadarius Toney was our second on the board, not Devontae Smith. I mean, not Kadarius Toney. We wanted Devontae Smith.
That's tough.
So they jumped us in a trade because when we moved back and then they jumped us, we was like, motherfucker, like, what can we do? So they took Michael Parsons. Dallas took Michael Parsons. What's the name? Took Devonta Smith. And then we had no choice but to say the next best on our board was Kadarius Toney.
I was watching that first. I watched that whole first round, and I was amazed. Like, wow, that really just happened.
It happened, and after the Philly debacle, where they fucking started, where they put in this bastard, the fuck was that backup dude's name? just shut us down. Just gave them the playoffs. Whatever. It is what it is, though. That's why Philly is a hated rival too, especially on a different level now after that move. And then the whole jump up in the draft. Fuck them. Is what it is. Them in Dallas. I'm done.
Can't be mad at Dallas, bro.
I'm always mad at Dallas.
Dallas suck. Can't never be mad at them.
You said Dallas suck? Yeah, they're always gonna suck. No matter how hard they try.
I can't stand Dallas fans neither.
Horrible people.
Yeah, like you can't even trust them.
Yep, PPA is one of them. PPA is one of them.
That's why you like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All Dallas fans got takes like PPA.
Yeah.
Paul fucking Pierce.
That's how it goes
Yeah, every
down.
time he bring up Paul Pierce, I get mad too.
This shit, man. Listen, man. But yeah, football. Believe me, football coming around, dog. That's all I do, man. My Sundays is a party, whether anybody's around or not. I got TVs going. I got screens going. I got food.
I be on my phone all day because I'm a fantasy draft head. So
Okay.
I
Yeah,
be
we
at
gonna have
work
to
glued.
listen. I've quit the fantasy draft as far as playing with other people. I do my fantasy draft on the FanDuel. I don't do nothing else. But I would like to get into one group.
How long?
We'll have a continuous fantasy draft.
Talk to Ant. So ask Ant to tell you my league wild competitive, bro.
Oh, what's the cost?
I only do 50.
50 easy money. Okay.
I do 50. Last year I did the league free because I had 2 newcomers. So I wanted them to get their feet wet. And then they end up doing better than what we thought. When I tell you the league was super competitive, bro, like super competitive.
So do y'all so at this point where I'm trying to get at, are you a keeper league or you are just every year throw it in the pot?
Last year, usually I do every year throw it in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna do a keeper league this year only because I know I have a consensus of who's gonna keep coming back. So we can do the keeper league because I know we're not going anywhere.
Yes. That's what that's what I want to try to get into. Like I don't want to every year people dropping out, blah 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 blah. Like feel like you want to belong to something for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I respect it.
I feel like we belong to something. I dropped out, and yo, hey, I played the last one I played in. Motherfuckers went crazy. I traded. I put Julio Jones on the trading block.
Oh yeah.
Everybody lost their mind. Guess what? Person who picked up Julio Jones did not make the playoffs.
Yo, last year, I was like the night of the draft, I had Zeke and Coop, and I'm in the group chat like, yo, they both on the trading block. Everybody like, yo, the season ain't even started yet. We just drafted. I'm like, nah. I said, I know how I play, and I know how I like my teams. They both on the trading block. Whoever first pick, so ain't nobody want them. We get to week 4. One of my mans, his team is stacked. I'm not even gonna lie. He wanted Zeke. Hold on, whatever, boy.
Yo, bro, how you?
King Cole, what you doing out here?
Same, about to pull up on Adam and shit.
Oh, I just got out here.
Huh?
I just got out here.
What?
Yeah, I'm about to run up real quick. Hello? My bad. So yeah, so everybody beefing. So I trade Zeke. So check this out. I had 2 separate trades set up. I had one trade where I was getting rid of Zeke and somebody else, but I was getting in receivers. And then I had another trade where I was getting rid of DJ Metcalf and somebody else, but I was keeping Coop. But I was getting back running backs. So my team would have. So if you just looked at one trade, you go, yo, you giving up on your season already. But they ain't see the second trade that went through. Somebody got mad because my son that was getting Zeke, his team was stacked. Not even gonna lie. He had Zeke. He was gonna have Zeke, Travis Kelce, Adam Thielen, Kupp, and then he had both running backs from Cleveland. Why they vetoed the trade, bro? The league vetoed both my trades.
That'd be the bullshit, right? That'd be the bullshit.
Bro, I was so hot. I said, yo, y'all vetoed my. So I'm in the group chat wilding on them. Like, why y'all veto the trade? They like, nah, because you giving up. I said, yo, did y'all even look at the second trade? And then when they looked, they was like, nah, then that was, nah, but it still ain't fair. You just trying to help your mans out. I'm like, what? So look, they vetoed the trade. I end up, at the trade deadline, I end up making a couple more trades. All these dudes that vetoed my trade, none of them made the playoffs, so I end up in the playoffs. I lost to the dude who ended up taking the chip in the game right before the championship in the semis.
Yep.
I was tight. And I lost by 2 points, had some sweating. And he only had 2 losses for the whole year.
Oh shit.
Like when I tell you we went down to the wire, I lost because Dalvin Cook got injured in the first quarter.
Oh damn!
That last game he went down. That's how I lost. I lost by 2 points. Dalvin Cook got injured in the first quarter, and he was my last player. I just knew I was going to the chip.
But yeah, I fucks with it. So we about to do we about to get into the football. So let me know. Let me know.
Yo, listen, we out here, man. But yo, I'm gonna jump off this.
You already know.
Take it in the pro. Holla at your boy.
You already know. Next week. So next week, my guy.
Next week.
Yes, sir. And yes, that'll conclude another week of. Once again. That's what we do. The VSOB boys, Kim Michaels, the channel. We do what we do. But we do get fucked up on this show. Just letting y'all know. And we spit that shit. It is what it is. It's Savage Sports. It's VSOB, Savage Calm Entertainment. Holla at us next week. Like, this is what we do. We just here for, we here for y'all entertainment, honestly. And we're about to be out.
Yeah.